And we're back here once again with another episode of the Iron Man Podcast, episode 590. It's going to be another rendition of Tuesday's Big Showdown. And we're going to be joined here by two white guys and a Mexican and a black guy. So we're definitely DEI focused here.
Who's Mexican and who's black?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Okay, because I'm white, so I can't be black. That just doesn't register.
I thought I was a black guy.
Yeah, I'm black. Could you guys tell?
Oh shit! Oh god!
I guess John, you the Mexican.
All right. On the way.
Oh god! Well, hopefully everyone had a great Labor Day weekend. I know none of us really celebrate that shit anyway. This is like, hey, what'd you do for Labor Day? No, has anyone ever really said to you in your real life, what did you do for Labor Day weekend?
Someone actually, Michael Odin said Happy Labor Day, and I was like, it's Labor Day. I was like,
usually it's a.
I was like, thanks.
Usually people ask, did you go to a barbecue? Did you go to a barbecue? Did you have a barbecue?
My friend had one. I went to my friend's. And what did I do yesterday? I know I worked on something.
Gosh.
Oh my god. What is happening in my memory, dude? I know what I was doing this weekend. I mostly just went out to bars and hung out with friends.
You went outside? You talked to girls? That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean it's a normal.
That's a normal thing. I thought you're supposed to just like come home, stare at the computer screen for like 8 hours a day, and be an incel in your basement. That's what they said we do. You know, might as well just make them right.
Dude, I've actually haven't been because my setup is here right now because like I've been streaming.
Penis con. I thought you said penis con instead of Pensacon.
Penis con?
Yeah, your shirt says Pensacon. I thought it said
I was like, what are you talking about?
You were moving so fast that I couldn't see it.
I was like, what are you laughing at, dude?
Dude, I didn't even know this was a thing. Apparently, there's like con for porn stars, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah,
I should probably go. Got to book some tickets. You know,
it's in Vegas every year. It's in Vegas.
I mean, see the girls, not the guys. You know, I would only go see women. Imagine going to a fucking porn con just to see the fucking dudes. That's just gay.
Right. Hey, Iron and Selena.
Dude, I mean, here's the thing. In all honesty, though, like Johnny Sins is probably really funny.
That dude seems to be funny.
Could you imagine just talking to a Bella Danger? You're just like, how do I even look at you, knowing I've seen you do probably some really, really disturbing things?
I see him as an astronaut and a police officer,
a cop, an astronaut, a
firefighter, and a soldier.
Yeah,
he embodies the roles he plays.
Yeah, you know, that is true. I will say that. That's definitely true. Oh gosh. Well, I'm glad everyone had a great Labor Day weekend.
When he was an astronaut, did he get lost in a black hole?
A couple of them.
You know, I haven't seen the film.
He might get monkeypox. Oh wait,
it was a few black holes he was lost in.
That's crazy.
Oh, get lost in the void.
Yep. You can either get topped by a she-male or you can play Concord.
What? All right. What is the discussion? What are we talking about?
You can't play Concord anymore. They're shutting that shit down.
No, you can till the 6th.
Yeah. Everyone left. It had like 500 people, and now it's at like 60. People were quick to jump ship off that game. They're like, I just like, fuck this piece of shit.
I saw Yellowfire's video where he looks at the trophies. The first one you can earn, the easiest one to earn is your first kill. Only 1,200 on the PlayStation side. Only 1,260 something got the trophy.
That's crazy.
Since the game came out.
I always find it funny that most of these people are like, well, like, I don't like it when people say like this stuff fails and they harp on it. It's like, if the studio didn't make something that failed or made something that people wanted to buy, no one would harp on that it fails. Because I think Mark Hamill said this a long time ago before he went, well, even more nut job. Transformer movies, they made them because they made money. It wasn't the fact they were even good. They were mostly pretty bad. But at least they made money. You could tell like people liked watching them because they were just ridiculously stupid. But if you put out something like Concord and it fails, it's like nobody wanted that at all. It's just not something people wanted to play. If people even saw the trailer for it, it's basically just like PlayStation wanted their own version of like Overwatch that could be popular, that they could just milk for a live service game. No one wanted it. That's it. Isn't that like how the direct market works? You put out a product as a company, And if the customers don't buy, that's kind of like on you. Like, what did you do to fail to get it out there? Actually, and this is the thing. This is always something, people go, oh, I don't know why people make like grifter content, which isn't a thing. It's just making popular content people want to watch. There's a thing in content creation where if you make shit that people want to, the things that people say they don't want to watch, they watch. The things that people say they do want to watch out of you, they don't. So like, how like bigger YouTubers,
true.
How bigger YouTubers would go like, you know what? I'm gonna start making this content. I'm gonna start making content that I want to enjoy. Now the problem with that is like the content that bigger YouTuber makes that they enjoy, no one watches that. And the fans will even gaslight them and thinking, yeah, I'll watch that stuff. They don't turn up. It's just a thing.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. It's like the fans will lie to you and tell you they'll watch some shit they don't watch. And then the companies put out bullshit like Borderlands. And when I went and saw that, Borderlands is trash. I did. That movie was just a piece of shit. That movie made $1 million. It made $1.35 million on Thursday. Opening Thursday. Bro, L. That's just, you should have just wrote L on the screening. Like,
I need to figure out what to do with my content.
Well, what do you like doing specifically?
Dude, I don't fucking know, honestly.
Oh, okay. Well, we're starting broad. Hell yeah, let's go. Is that James's long lost brother?
Oh, it feels like I almost stream out of habit, not because it's like I have a huge passion. Although sometimes like I'll be like, I just feel like the last 2 nights I was like, I just feel like playing Zelda.
The one with the Switch, right?
Yeah, man.
Oh, I have a Switch.
Yeah, man.
I want to purchase that game. The Switch. What was it called? Not Breath of the Wild. The new one.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah. They're still
I haven't played
$50 for it. That's crazy.
I mean, it's been a year, and it's a big game. It's a chunky game.
Not that long, really?
Yeah, it's crazy. I haven't finished it, and I haven't touched Stellar Blade yet, dude.
We got a black man, bootleg James, a disabled man, and MSK.
All right, who's James?
James is my white friend in real life. They say you look like a long lost version of him. Doesn't even make sense. It's just being weird and cringe.
So,
God.
Yeah, WZ gave him a black card back.
Well, Darnell's broken too. He said his back is bad. Everyone's just backs are thrown out. They're old.
When you get old, that's what happens.
Yep. Yeah. John was pulling a drunk driver thing. He dozed off while driving home from work and broke his body. So and he's like, you know what? I'm not recovering as fast. Like, John, you are like 60. You're not going to recover fast at all. It's just a slow, painful thing for people your age. Holy crap. He's kind of, oh my God, you guys are crazy. You guys are insane. I don't see the resemblance, Oh, Sweet Vaughn is here. Oh, whoa. No, you mean Sweet MSK is here.
Hot, no. It's over.
You know what's crazy? Chloe says she works at a pizza joint. Maybe she can give you her special cheese. Woo!
Listen, Chloe, my DMs are open. That's all I'm gonna say.
Chloe, my DMs are open too, but I'll be getting you in trouble.
Yeah, but see, I'm not begging.
You have to be out there. Women affection. I'm just kidding, everyone. I'm just kidding. MSK is obsessed with replacing his friends with. It's just not true. Oh God.
All right. Can I choose the topic of discussion since you're being a bad host?
Me.
Wait, topics? We never have topics.
There are no topics. We're supposed to be
doing
topics. Right. Let's talk about something that no one wants to talk about, and then we'll find a way. Like just drag us through it. All right. Who here? All right. Let's find something that like no one here knows, and then our job.
Every stream one with him.
Hey, I would have topics prepared, but I'm lazy and black, as the media says, and all we do is do crime.
Hang on. Can you you mentioned the fact that you're black like 8 times a stream?
Yeah,
a stream every 5 minutes.
That's what I mean. It's like
just pointing out the statistical fact: 80% of black women are overweight. As I found out, makes you wonder.
What does that have to? All right,
makes you wonder. Good lords.
This is always beautiful.
Yeah, black. I don't know about that. Maybe John, you're going a little too crazy there, but it's okay.
I just made everybody quiet.
I'm just thinking of the next topic. The topic. I'm thinking of a topic that no one wants to talk
about.
What's the topic? I forgot. Speaking of comics, but I know.
All right, we'll talk about something.
You know what's comic? Okay, I read Deadpool Wolverine WW3 issue 2.
What the hell?
I know you read one of the mini series for Wolverine. Wolverine's
gonna Chris Claremont.
It's this one. Let me see. I think I have it right here.
Is this new? Is this a new comic?
His pants on? Did he finally have pants on? I can't tell.
Yeah.
No
We're talking about this one, right?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, deep cut. Yeah, that's Claremont.
Is
Claremont
this
is
good?
back.
Because the other Deadpool Wolverine series that I read, it's been like
It's good, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
say some bullshit in issue 2. They changed Scalp Hunter's name because it was offensive.
oh my god, you're just like what?
His name is like Gray Crow now, and it's like, dude, come on. Like
Oh,
Scalp
man.
Hunter, because when he would show up, you'd be like, holy shit, because he would be just like killing women and children. But we can't have an offensive name.
Yeah, but
That's
imagine
what we're
having a
drawing the line.
bad guy with a horrible name. Like
He literally debuts in Mutant Massacre where he carries out a genocide and tries to kill and literally kills women and children. But you're right, his name was too offensive.
Yeah, but they still allow their main villain to be named Apocalypse, whose job is to come and basically kill every mutant.
His job is to come.
Unworthy.
Do not come.
Do not come.
No.
This year because Apocalypse isn't black because if
he's
if
Egyptian,
technically is black.
He's Oscar Isaac.
He's blue. What do you mean?
Isn't he from Europe or some shit? He's
no,
from
he's from Egypt.
He's Egyptian. No. But if he was African, having the name Apocalypse,
but he's not.
No, but like his regular human form isn't it like Middle Eastern? He's supposed to be like black, not like
no,
black.
He doesn't have a regular human form.
They told me in the movies he did. I'm just kidding.
No, his name is En Sabanur.
Yeah, he's Egyptian.
Yeah. Oh, dang it.
His name is Manamana.
Nah.
Oh, Lord. No, it's crazy. This year, they're giving
today.
Oh, nice. I feel bad. I feel bad. I forgot to back that, and I know Bancroft, so I feel bad. But he just formatted my book for me because I didn't feel like doing it.
Wolverine's 50th anniversary that did this year. We've had Deadpool Wolverine. You've had this series. You have the one from Jonathan Hickman. Now you're going to get one next month too. Crazy.
I feel underprepared, man. I ain't got shit.
I've been. Oh yeah, Monster Island. I have downstairs. I have a bunch of indie comics, but I just started Larry Hama's Wolverine run. I don't think I'm gonna read the whole thing, but at least the stuff comes during the Claremont era. But dude, there's this one issue where they're in a bar fight. That's awesome.
What's that?
I came, from Graham Nolan.
Oh,
I love coins.
Me too.
Are you old?
That's why I got the coins made from the same people. I asked Graham Nolan, and he told me who makes his coins.
Oh yeah, I sold Graham's. Well, actually, he offered me his printer.
There's a dude on Kickstarter. I forgot his name. Like Stephen Collins, maybe. He does like run after run of like coins. I got the Triforce, the Sonic ring, a Mario coin. He does a ton of fucking coins.
Hello, everyone in the chat. Vaughn, you have to remember MSK hates black people. Well, technically not hate. I loathe them, and they're disgusting, and they cause crime, and I love calling out their bullshit. But that's just what I do, They do all the crime, and I'm always going to call black people out on their bullshit. It's going to happen every stream. I'm just kidding. Not with the whites here, as they would say. Still doesn't have his TV set up. I'm getting a TV stand. I'm getting a TV stand at some point, maybe. Darnell is the blackest man on this stream. If he turns that light off, we'll only see his eyes and teeth. Okay.
I was dying.
All right. Okay. You guys are insane. You guys are mentally deranged people. I will say this. Those X-Men movies straight up damaged people's brain. This is like, I do like when movies come out because it could get more exposure to characters.
That's what you're going to blame for your brain damage?
It's always a double-edged sword, because
it's those X-Men movies. I'm sure that's it.
Those movies gave off like, oh my God, Professor X is like Martin Luther King and Magneto was Malcolm X. It's like, no, it didn't. You're just projecting that because you're a weirdo. That never happened. That's shit. That's what people actually think. Yeah, the Bryan Singer movie.
No, but I don't think that's because of the movie. I don't think it's because of the movies.
You don't think so?
No, I think it's because that was just a popular rumor that went around the comics. And here's the thing: there are parallels to be drawn, but they were not created with that intent necessarily. And everyone keeps saying it like it's a fact. And I'm always like, okay, can you show me when Stan Lee said that was true? And he'll be like, Stan Lee drew parallels in the Civil Rights Movement. I'm like, can you show me? First of all, Magneto was not a sympathetic character from what I understand in the early days. I'm not sure. John, you've read it. But I know that his whole backstory as a Holocaust survivor, which people use as evidence that he's like, oh, see, he's sympathetic. He's like, that was Claremont. Yeah, that was Uncanny X-Men 150. That was almost
he's
20 years.
He's always been a bad guy. Like even because I didn't have comics, I had to kind of read about the history of the character.
Magneto was a sympathetic civil. Magneto was a sympathetic civil rights movement because in the first issue he was stealing nuclear weapons and threatening military bases, like Martin Luther King did.
Yeah.
Well,
remember when Malcolm X hijacked nuclear missiles and threatened the world?
Yeah, it's like, what do you think? Magneto, I mean, he also, how about when he traps the X-Men in a cave and he's like holds them down. He has the weird robot that like feeds them. That was an interesting. I'm sure that's
remember when Malcolm X let out a magnetic pulse and killed tens of thousands of people around the world?
Oh, do you mind?
Did he do that? When did he do that?
Oh, I'm saying that's what Malcolm X did. Like it's so.
What about what was it? House of M?
MSK. MSK. I gotta be real with you.
Yeah.
You don't read comics.
What are you talking about?
You don't know you're pulling up like YouTube, well known, like trying to. You're get on our level. You know what I mean? John Zongbox.
I'm just pointing out. Magneto straight up killed one of his kids. That is a terrible. I would never prop that guy up as a good person.
Well, maybe the kid had it coming. Let's hear the dad out.
Yeah, maybe he burnt the soup or something.
Yeah, exactly. All right, now I'm on the dad's side.
I don't know.
John, when was Polaris revealed to be Magneto's child? Because I've been reading Claremont's whole ass run.
80s?
And because here's the thing. They start out the run, we're like, oh, she's not Magneto's kid. And I'm waiting for there to be a reveal, and it doesn't come. When does that happen?
I think it's like it's the Neil Adams X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
no, because during Claremont's whole run, she's not Magneto's daughter.
Right.
She debuted as Magneto's daughter back when she first showed up.
They changed it, right?
And I think by the end of that run, they already said it was a trick or something.
Right. So when did they go back?
They changed it back and forth. Is she Magneto's daughter now?
Yeah, but then so when were Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver revealed to be his kids? Because that didn't happen in anything I've read in Claremont's.
It happened in the Avengers.
Oh, okay.
It happened in the Avengers. I'm gonna say like around like 198 or so. What you do is you see you find out that Wanda and Pedro's mother's name was Magda, and then you see in I think it's X-Men 119. Magneto's on his asteroid base, and he's hitting buttons. I remember he had no shirt on and he had bandages on, and he's hitting buttons, and it says Magda, oh my wife, and he goes, I can't be tied to my human past, and
he deletes that shit, right?
He deletes it.
I forgot about that.
But you don't know, but it's Magda. They were literally doing the story back and forth with the Avengers and the X-Men.
Oh, I didn't know that. Because I was reading it, just the X-Men. I wasn't reading it back and forth. That's so interesting.
Yeah, but then I just read the Scarlet Witch series by James Robinson. It lasted 15 issues. And Wanda's not either one of their children in that. So I have no idea what they retro changed. I like the idea that they were Magneto's kids. He abandoned them and they were raised by these gypsies, and then they were like adopted by the Wizard and Miss America, then whatever. But to me that was like an exciting story because it happened. I'm not even joking. When I was a kid collecting comics, it happened like over 7 years, and they released this. It was like it was so cool because you saw a clue here, you saw a clue here.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it was purposely. I think somebody just was like, oh, we could tie all this together and, and made it work. And now, I don't know. I think they got rid of it.
Well, Magneto, because he had the 4, I guess, because of Polaris, 4 different kids, right? Because he had the one that was, the one that was, if you remember that X-Men Classic issue, the one that was killed, the daughter that was burned in the fire by the Soviets.
Right.
Can't remember her name.
I don't remember her name either, but that was the one that so if you remember, it was like, so he escapes concentration camps with Magda, right? They start a family in the Soviet Union, and then he accidentally reveals his powers in a factory. It's kind of like what they did in X-Men Apocalypse. And then it's like they start hunting him, they start trying to kill him, and so they set fire to Magneto's house after
going
on, Mindy. After they realize that he's a mutant, and then that fire is what kills the child, and then he loses his shit. He kills everyone in the crowd, and then Magda, who's pregnant at the time, runs away and ends up giving birth to twins who are gypsies. So because she saw his rage at the first child's death, she takes Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch.
She ran away and was taken in the comics anyway. The High Evolutionary, and the High Evolutionary was and Bova, with the cow woman, was the midwife. Right? Because this doesn't ring a bell to anybody.
No, I don't know.
In my memory,
I haven't read that.
Yeah, and,
there's a lot of stuff going on.
They were born on Mount Wundagore, and at the same time, the Wizard and Madeline Frank were there because of their two superhuman chemistries. Madeline, I forget what her name is. Madeline Price, I think, Miss America's real name, but she was having difficulty with her pregnancy because of their superpowers. That was the thing in Marvel Comics, was that two superhuman beings always were having difficulty when having kids. Yeah, like it was like a big
wow thing. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, so they went, and the High Evolutionary was acting as the prenatal specialist.
Yeah,
and then they gave birth to Nuclo, and the Wizard became a deadbeat dad and took off. And then Madeline, when she saw her radioactive mutated kid, she left too. And Nuclo became like a ward of the state.
I do want to ask you guys, since X-Men, with X-Men right now, there's a new book coming out. I'm pretty sure you're all going to be excited to grab. It's pretty exceptional. No pun intended. This is what they're putting on the people right now, because they ended the Krakoa era doing this thing called shit is so stupid, From the Ashes, which basically implied that it was burnt to the ground, dead. Right. Do you know what the ashes are?
No,
ashes
it was spelled wrong. It was supposed to be from their asses, but they have bad editing.
Like, I love how their initiative now for X-Men is like from the ashes. Ashes, guys, mean it was gone. It's dead. You killed it.
It could have multiple metaphorical meanings in certain.
It could. It's probably some Phoenix. Oh, it is something.
That's what I was
Phoenix,
thinking.
Because Phoenix has her own series right now. Like, Wanda's had 2 canceled series right now. Like, they're doing one with Scarlet and Quicksilver, and then they're doing one now, like another rebooted one. And it's like, Wanda just doesn't sell. I don't know why people keep trying to
I'm
push her.
sorry. Listen, man, you could draw the most badass Wolverine panels ever, but he's still a cuck in the current continuities. Like,
you guys gonna buy this? Exceptional X-Men #1.
All right, here's the thing. I said, all right, first of all, Kitty Pryde is one of my favorite X-Men. Top 3. Like, I love Kitty Pryde. Mm-hmm. And I remember reading Marauders and being shocked that she wasn't even the same character anymore. She was like a generic girl boss. She was an alcoholic. She was a drunk. She was treating people like shit. And I was just like shocked. And they were portraying it like a good thing. Like, she's just making out with people left and right, getting tattoos on a whim. And I'm like, oh my God, this is heroic now. And it's like, yeah, take that. And then she names herself the Marauders. The Marauders, by the way, are the group that put her in a coma and made her intangible for a year, and then also carried out a genocide.
Well, you got to humanize the villains now, and you got to sympathize with your captors, man. That's the thing.
I don't think that she's not even, and it's like, what are you doing? She's supposed to be she was supposed to be mature for her age, and it was weird reading comics back and forth where she was more mature as a 13-year-old girl than in the late 20s. And I'm like, what's going on?
Oh shit. Oh, God,
but
man.
I will say, one thing I will say though, because people are like, woke or whatever. I listen, man. I got to be honest. Wasn't Kitty Pryde originally supposed to be bisexual in the 80s?
I don't remember that.
I don't remember seeing that.
Chris Claremont has said it. Most of his women.
I was seeing that. I just remember she was all gaga over Colossus. From the first issue.
Well, yeah. Then he died. And then she, there's that one part I posted where I don't know. She's got that female. Who's the chick with the massive tits in Excalibur? John, the blonde. Megan? You know what I'm talking about? No, the other blonde with massive tits.
I like tits.
I do too. But I forget, but the one who's like trying to take Kitty under her wing.
Mhm.
Apparently, her and Rachel Summers. I didn't really see that. I think Chris Claremont.
It was a phase.
It could have been. But here's the thing: she should be with Colossus. But the thing is, I don't like this new Kitty, and I want there to be like some reveal that like she's a clone from Mr. Sinister, and the real sweet Kitty Pryde is somewhere else. Because that character I was reading was straight up not Kitty Pryde. I'm sorry. I've read like a few issues.
Well, they're all still recovering from, there's still the vegetable clone people from Krakoa. The real X-Men are still trapped underneath the island.
That's got to be it.
And then this new initiative, they keep putting all these writers on these different initiative titles. They give X-Force #1, Uncanny X-Men, all these different Wolverine spinoffs that they want to just basically reboot back to #1 for 4-part miniseries to boost sales. And it's like, outside of this being a #1, who's really going to check out issue 2? With
a description like nothing in this title but work, dating, and staving off depression, that really drags me in.
A slice of life comic with exceptional X-Men. Kitty Pryde leads a team full of all new X-Men. After the fall of Krakoa, Kitty Pryde is trying to get as far away from all things X as she possibly can. She's just a regular bartender now.
What? Hang on.
It's so stupid.
Stop it. Read that again, please.
She's regular.
She's just a regular bartender. Ooh. Great marketing there, Marvel. Great marketing. Definitely getting Kitty ready Pryde, to head. What?
Kitty Pryde, what is with her and being an alcoholic? I mentioned this to Chris Claremont. And he was like, yeah, it's weird that she's like a drunk now. Like, first of all, Kitty Pryde was a genius prodigy. Like, if you remember, that was one of her defining traits. She was always a computer genius. She was always like
she was into computers back.
And now I'm supposed to believe that she's her day job of choice with her brilliance is she's going to be a bartender. I'm not knocking bartenders, but Kitty Pryde should be like, well, like what are they doing, dude? Mr. Fantastic bartender, like what?
Some of history's smartest people, they jumped on like hobbies that were just mindless. It was like a break from their brain being genius. Like they were able to just like turn it off and just do menial shit. So I mean, I understand. I know a few people who like they're in the genius level IQ, and they're like, look, man, I just take shitty fucking jobs because it gives me something to just. It's menial and pointless, and I could just turn my head off.
So my thing here is they're trying to push all these new X-Men titles on people. Some of them have been in like the top 20 at least. It's like who's trying to get this? You want an X-Men book led by Kitty Pryde of this time period and Emma Frost.
Emma Frost should not be an X-Man.
Isn't she? She's mostly a villain, from what I remember.
Emma Frost is the Ghislaine Maxwell of the Marvel Universe. She was the White Queen for the Hellfire Club.
I love White Queen.
Hellfire Club was a sex group. And
they were.
You know what I mean? And what they did to Jean Grey, they dressed her up as this dominatrix. They messed with her mind. So you know what I mean?
That got weird. Yeah.
You know what I mean? They were doing things to Jean Grey. Yeah. And Karen Frost was there helping it. You know what I mean?
She was not there at that point. She was by the time they were at the Hellfire Club proper, she was in a coma. Because if you remember, it was in the Dark Phoenix saga. They go to the Massachusetts Academy first, then the Hellfire Club. So by the time they were at the Hellfire Club, she would have gone along with that. But at that point, she was already in a coma.
Yeah,
you remember that?
Okay, so 6 weeks before the coma, what was she doing in the Hellfire Club?
Oh, probably doing DSM shit.
So she was Sebastian Shaw was a Jeffrey Epstein, and she was Ghislaine Maxwell.
Well, I don't know that they were touching kids. I think they were.
She ran a freaking school and mind controlled the kids. You don't go from wearing dominatrix clothes in the Hellfire Club to running as she is.
That is not a connection.
She should not be in the X-Men. She is, psychic groomer. That's her power.
Oh God!
Remember when she killed Firestar's horse? Gave it a heart attack? I'm not even kidding. She actually did. Firestar had a horse, and then she killed Firestar's horse psychically.
Did you get this? Anybody get the Deadpool team up that just came out?
I did not get it.
I'm just waiting for it in the mail, and I will read it as soon as I get it. This is apparently supposed to be like the final Deadpool issue from Rob Liefeld, 5-part miniseries. It's just done with Deadpool. Actually,
he's done with Marvel. I thought I heard right. Isn't that it?
Would it be a combination of both?
I don't know, dude.
No, not really.
Well, I'm glad all you X-Men boys out there are going to be buying this book. Definitely not getting ready to head up an all-new X-Men, an all-new team of wayward young mutants while avoiding the watchful gaze of Emma Frost. Nothing in this title but work, dating, and staving off depression. That's it. You will... So I won't... Oh my God, please kill me now. No, never before seen exceptional X-Men to see here. 40 pages, $4.99. You guys buying? Don't answer that. I know the answer is no.
I stopped by Marvel 2015.
Yeah, John and I were there for a free comic book day, and we both looked at each other, and John goes, it's free comic book day. I don't even want to take the Marvel stuff. I'm like, yeah, me neither.
John,
it's so free. Sad. We didn't even take it. No, it doesn't matter. We still didn't take it.
That's crazy.
We were both looking. It was like an unspoken thing that I was thinking too.
It wasn't like I was actively, like there was stuff I want. I would take it to the principal. It just, none of it even.
None of it appealed to me. I was like,
there's like nothing here that we actually want.
AKA Tiny versus MSK. Tiny loved getting clapped. It's okay, and she'll always come back for more. Just what it is.
Kill you, dude.
Probably.
She's gonna kill you.
God, hold on. A Jew killing a black man? That has got some pretty big level right there.
She would kill you, just sell you into slavery.
That'd be kind of hot though. Would she make me her slave? Whatever. Vaughn's book. You closed out, right?
No, I'm not closed out the Kickstarter, but Fund My Comic and Indiegogo are both still live. But we have until Sunday midnight. So if you want to get it now. And here's the thing: if we hit 20K across, all three platforms, which Kickstarter will be included, what I made on there will be included. Everyone will get an exclusive free trading card. But we are at 16.6K, I think. So we're getting there. But if you want to do your part, if you want to get the book, you want to get all these exclusives. So far, if you back on Fund My Comic, you're guaranteed 2 free mini prints, a trading card. If you back on the others, it's just a trading card and a mini print, or a trading card. Yeah. But either way, you get bonuses. There's also access to limited edition variant covers. You're guaranteed to get them if you back on these platforms. So what are you waiting for, guys?
Yeah. Give your money to a white man. That's what you guys do to your government every single year.
If you're talking about X-Men, you're like, I don't like that it went off the rails. Well, rest assured, Phenomenova won't go off the rails because I'm going to own this. I'm going to keep this ship going. You know, I always say this in an age of deconstruction, in an age where they're always doing weird stuff with the characters that isn't even necessarily great, isn't in the best interest. This is a true superhero story. It's a return to form. Well, it's like a reconstruction in an age of deconstruction, you know, and I really wanted to boil down. A lot of people would tell me, try something new, go edgier, do with this. And I really wanted to double down on everything I love about superheroes for this book. And I think it shows, you know, I've been reading it. The book is fully formatted. It's getting ready for the printer.
Thank you, Mindy. You know, I love comics here. I love talking about comic feats and storylines and everything. And I truly hate when even companies, you know, I liked what DC did recently with the whole compact comic things. You know, the only thing I hated that they did recently was the whole, like, they're going to reprint a trade paperback and charge $20 for it when you could go and get said trade paperback for $3 on Amazon. I'm not shitting you. This is literally what they did. John, feast your eyes on this. Feast your brain on this, okay?
On his butt.
Well, not necessarily. Okay, so I obviously I bought this. Currently getting all my comic eggs in order. You know, Magneto game. Maybe Magneto wasn't wrong, and people are bad. Murder them all. Oh no, okay, I can't go that far. Okay, this is the original print released in 2016. This is the 2024 edition. Notice the difference? None. It's the same shit.
So what's the problem?
It's twice the price.
It's twice the price for the same book.
Yeah.
All it says is that it's just the 2024 edition. That might be the biggest scam I think I've seen all year. That is
I'm going to do that. All right, Phenomenova, guys, get it now because I'm going to do the 2025 edition of Phenomenova, and it's going to be $40.
Bruh, people about the modern.
I'm gonna quintuple the price by 2026. You better believe it.
People go like, I don't know why you're mad at the bruh. They're charging twice the MSRP price for the same book. The only thing different on it is it just says 2024.
Yeah, but one of them was eBay, so maybe that was the person. Did you see that? One said Amazon $7.99, the other one said eBay.
I hate you so much. Please stop. My brain's melting, John. Don't do it to me. Oh God. It's just crazy. And it's written by Tom King. Yeah, that's what people want. Books written by Tom King. Yeah, I have no idea. Vaughn, who are you using for a printer?
Oh yeah, funny. So I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but I got a message, but I had just I haven't officially signed yet, but I was like basically set on a printer. I don't know if I'm allowed to say because it was given to me by a friend. I had 2 printers. That's one of the good things about making.
Just tell us.
No, I can't.
Then say I can't tell us to stop hemming and hawing about it.
But no, all right. Well, I'm just saying it was all right. Graham Nolan gave me his printer. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. Also, speaking of Graham Nolan, he was unjustifiably demonetized on YouTube.
What? Yeah, I didn't know that.
Did you not see that yesterday?
No.
Really? No, he posted on Twitter that
Graham?
he was demonetized. Yeah, Graham Nolan. Yeah, the guy
he
that
doesn't do anything. Then
he makes all original content. Yeah,
he doesn't do like anything out of pocket.
He legit doesn't bother anybody.
Right.
Yeah. No, Graham has been so helpful. Like total class act. I have to read the new Monster Island books. Always his books are always on time, I think. Crazy. Or like he's always getting his like a hardest working guy. And again, always helpful to me. He was like, here's my printer, call him up. Who am I to him? You know what I mean? Like it's just
he did the same thing with me with the challenge.
Okay.
Coin. You know,
I guess I'm not as cool. No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
I'm messing with you. No,
I'm just saying that's how nice Graham is.
Yeah.
Always helpful.
Yeah, did you guys not see it? He said my channel has been unfairly demonetized. Every one of my videos falls under the allowed to monetize column. Please correct this and restore monetization. The YouTube, has all this bot bullshit. Yeah, he got demonetized.
What dude, that is so stupid, man.
This is why, good Lord, man. YouTube is so lucky they have the biggest platform. If Rumble wins that lawsuit and they're able to be in Google's algorithm a lot more than when Google was suppressing them, I would love to see what's going to happen. Because YouTube just gets a lot of people like shit. Yeah, so apparently the CEO alleges that Google was basically trying to censor them via their search engine, which would make sense given the fact that there's a lot of people on there. But if Google would suppress them because they will be basically pushing a competitor more, that would make sense why they would do it. They don't want another competitor, all about monopolies. John, why do you have a gun in your background?
That Elon Musk is making a search engine comes true, man. That's I just hope that's people take for granted. Elon Musk buying Twitter was like a turning point in American politics.
Yeah. True. This happened. Yeah, it's happened with Drunk 3PO2. Like, what the hell is going on?
That's weird. Yeah, here's the thing. I keep forgetting to try to do Rumble because I keep just going back to YouTube because it's like I'm just used to it. You know what I mean?
Well, more people are just gonna watch on YouTube regardless. That's just how it is. Like people say they're gonna watch on Rumble, don't. It's just like it's like your family member saying, "Yeah, I'll read your book." They never do. That shit's still collecting dust on their fucking counter.
My mom read my book finally, and she liked it.
That doesn't count.
My mom, by the way, I will say this. My mom gives very big grammar critiques. She'll be like, I have a stack of Post-its. Here's all the notes. And I'm like, okay. Like, I just after my editor went through, she's like,
I would say, yeah.
Like, this doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense. She's just very helpful.
Your mom was very helpful to me last night.
Oh, right. My God. Good Lord. I have seen one of those like cyber trucks.
Oh, I've seen it in person.
Oh, they're horrible.
I can't decide if they're cool looking or not.
They look like they're not really focused. They look like we should focus reality and make them crystallize.
Dude, they're like N64 graphics, man.
Good God. Why are you guys so old? You guys are killing me.
How old are you? How old are you? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? I'm like 25.
I'm 25.
I'm 29, actually. I'm old at this point. I'm gonna be a DILF
soon. Not fucking old.
Why did you just call me old? Then?
God damn. Ugh. I hate all you guys.
Well,
Well, indie comics is a great place.
You started it, man.
Hey, indie comics is a great place. You know, why do you need Comicsgate? The whole community is just indie comics anyway.
That's why I never took the label, dude. I never saw a point.
Okay, let me ask you this question. Is Image Comics indie?
No.
Not anymore.
No.
I would say they were.
No, they were at one point.
When were they?
How do we define indie?
That's okay. That's the secondary question. But when was Image Comics ever indie? When they took all the major talent and with direct competition to Marvel and DC in the 90s at the very beginning? How can an independent be the threat to Marvel and DC?
Yeah, that's true.
So I would put indie for that as far as like, did average people know about them?
Yes.
That's why I would imagine you obviously start out under known.
Don't know that Batman is not Marvel.
That's crazy.
That's the average person.
Insane.
I remember one time someone said Spider-Man is DC, my friend in school, and I wanted to strangle him.
Like, to me, when they first came out, they were indie. They didn't have, they had a lot of talent. They didn't have market share. Like they had to claw their way to get where they were. It wasn't a hard claw, but
so was Marvel. So is in 1962 was Marvel indie?
I would say yeah.
I guess
when you first started,
you know what I mean. And that was 20 years. That was only 20. You know what I mean? 20 years before that. So Image. My point is, Image is not indie. I'm going to even say Dark Horse is not indie.
I don't think they are.
IDW is not indie. You know.
Why do you think people would consider Image indie?
They're listed on the Dow Jones. How could you be indie? You know what I mean?
I'm just going to be honest here. Anyone with Todd McFarlane under their name is not indie. I'm just pointing out there.
One of their owners has their own hockey team. You know what I mean? They're making toys for Marvel. They're making toys for DC. They got movies made.
They're not indie, yeah.
Image Comics is not indie. So
I think I would classify this. They're a major publisher that publishes rather underknown titles because they do publish a lot of stuff that people just won't, on average, be into because obviously they're more into Marvel and DC stuff.
It doesn't fit the general superhero.
But just because I would say average people that don't read comics anyway wouldn't know that they exist, I wouldn't discredit them as a major publisher. I would never, because
the average person, the company that makes Spawn, they go, "Oh, okay, I thought Spawn was Marvel."
If they do that, they're to be fair, John, if they do that, they're stupid. That person's just stupid.
Well, they may just not know nothing about comics, man.
No, I'm saying if a person doesn't know where the
sports stuff, I'm not going to know sports stuff. That doesn't mean I'm stupid. You know what I mean?
John, you know about Michael Jordan?
Yeah, he's that gay black guy, right?
There you go. If I would say this, if the company or person can make a name for themselves, even if you don't know everything about them, you still know them by their name value. You know, most people still think of Image from like the John Lasseter, Rob Liefeld, Jim Lee era right there. I mean, how many people really remember who? Do people know who's in charge of Image at this point now?
Yes.
Most stuff I've read from Image recently was just the Ghost Machine.
Robert Kirkman. Robert Kirkman is in charge of Image.
Right, yeah. Oh, yeah. The company that makes Walking Dead is independent.
Or Invincible.
Yeah.
But to be fair, he's like
Image had a Saturday morning cartoon 25 years ago.
I would say
Savage Dragon.
Robert Kirkman was Image at a point. He's Image adjacent. He's Skybound, but to be fair, they publish through Image, so that
doesn't he still run Image too, though?
He publishes through them. Skybound owns the licenses right now.
Still.
Or I would consider. Would you consider IDW indie technically? No. Okay, so you would say Boom, Indie, Dark Horse. Sorry,
IDW.
Well, what qualifies indie? What qualifies as an indie?
That was my next question, but. If I say indie company and you go, "Oh yeah, they're publicly traded on the stock market," you're like, "Oh, okay, that's not indie." But IDW, they just got delisted, but they were on the stock market. How can they be an indie company when they're on the stock market? That's as mainstream as you could get.
Well, isn't it? Are we talking independent? Are we talking mainstream? Because you can be mainstream and independent, correct?
True. Yeah. Isn't that what Image is?
Okay, so what does it mean to be an independent comic book company?
That's a good question. What would you say?
I typed into Google. I typed into Google what classifies as an indie, but before that it brought up to me what classifies as a black guy, and I did not want to go search.
This is the 50th time you mentioned this.
I'm just saying. I just typed in a Google search. White man. God, you trying to control black man? God. What are you, a bigot? Oh my God.
Scorpio just said in the movie business, it means outside the main studios. I think that's where most people consider indie when they're not backed or like connected to a main studio.
Now, to be fair, this is AI overview, so take us for a grain of salt. Indie is a term that describes something that is independent, especially a business that is not affiliated with a larger, more commercial company. For example, an indie business could be a movie or music company that is privately owned, or a person who works for an independently owned business.
Okay, so Image is not indie then. I mean, Image is a corporation.
But are they owned by anybody?
I don't think they're owned by the creators, which are private essentially. They were like that's weird because Jeff Johns is Ghost Machine under Image, right? But I don't know. It's weird. It's really odd. John, why are you opening up the can? He always does this. God damn. Next, he's gonna ask, why do you like pineapple on pizza? Fucking hell, John.
No, that's a basic bitch debate, and I'm so sick of it. I don't even care anymore. Have it on your pizza or not.
Yeah, I get so there's like certain things that just it's not worth arguing about. What do you find good looking? What do you find delicious? You know what I mean? And what do you find funny? It's like
no, it's not even that. It's specifically every time people are like, oh, pineapple pizza, it's a very controversial issue. I'm like, I give zero
pineapple on pizza. You get delicious, good looking, and funny all at one time.
That's just not true.
What are you hoping to change? What are you hoping to change? Like with this discussion,
you like food wrong, Vaughn.
That's why, dude.
I've never had pineapple on pizza. Personally,
it's not bad. Once in a while I enjoy it, but
if I tried it, what
do you want me to do, dude?
If I tried
I'm an Italian from New York who owned a pizzeria. I outrank you, and I say pineapple and pizza.
I outrank you. What the hell? That's how Hitler did it, John. Just kidding.
That's good.
Expecting a casual to know the publisher is like expecting a casual viewer to know a production company. That's not something I expect a general audience to necessarily know.
Right.
But to be
based.
That's a pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
You name a movie, Dark City. That was an independent. No, it wasn't. That was produced by Lions. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to be fair, this is how you know the average person isn't paying attention because they show you the production company's name before the movie even starts.
Yeah, so you're not paying attention. Most people don't care. Don't care.
I would consider indie basically if you're like what you guys are doing. You're technically like randoms that no one knows about. That's what I consider
indie to be like. Yeah, like we're not published through Diamond. We're not part of the regular, normal mainstream. If you're coming out in comic book stores through Diamond, you're mainstream as far as I'm concerned.
Hold on. I don't know if I agree with that, dude. I mean, I was offered, someone offered me to get listed in Diamond recently, but I don't know if I think it's too much. That makes me fucking me.
No,
I'm still with my mom. It doesn't make me mainstream.
Oh my God. Dude, Naomi Comics is published like Antarctic Press. Is he technically mainstream?
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Is the one Raven guy who does the Winnie the Pooh horror comics? Is he Ravensloft? Is he mainstream? Technically,
yeah.
Antarctic
so
Press.
what are we just saying? We shouldn't be discouraging. Also, indies have always been in comic shops.
D&D word without puking, MSK?
What are you? I hate.
You said Ravensloft, dude. You didn't throw up that time.
Hey! He loves my shenanigans. And I'll just say this: before I went to the internet, I did not know certain stupid debates like that were that fucking huge. Like when girls were like, "I don't date short guys." I thought that was just like, oh, "Okay, cool. You don't like short guys. That's whatever."
Oh no,
they're capping. Horrible. No, they're capping. They're capping.
And look,
or dude, the whole thing about who pays on the first date.
Guy.
Like they are doing fucking public like that too.
Crazy. Up for interpretation. 50 times is low by Tuesday standards.
Referring to yourself as black.
Lots of gatekeepers in mind.
I saw
Monopoly for a long, long time until recently with Lunar and whatever the other one is called that pops up. Diamond? Yeah. But Diamond came in and took over, put all the other distributors out of business that were there before it became Monopoly.
Yeah. It was Monopoly for a long time.
What?
I forget who said it, but somebody on Twitter said that.
Oh no, that's not what I'm saying.
Image Comics is a mainstream company that publishes all the independent creators who are too scared or don't trust themselves to do crowdfunding.
I guess. Dude, crowdfunding is tough though, man.
Yeah.
It's tough.
I could see why people don't really do it. People understand. People always use the arguments of like, well, why don't people in the mainstream just go independent? Do you guys know how much it takes to be an independent creator?
Yeah, it takes a lot, dude.
Yeah, it's not just like you just pull out of your ass and you're successful. That's just not how that works. It's much more easier to just do art, pass it to somebody else. They illustrate it, letter it, whatever the fuck, and they get the book out, and your name's on there. Super simple.
Could be like today. I was doing a lot of calling a printer, making sure posting on social media, making sure I get on shows, all that. And it was like I wanted to write, and that's happened to me. I've been stuck on this one part of a script for a while, and that's part of being an indie creator is you do sacrifice stuff like that. So here's the thing: I get, wanting to work independent because then you get to, you're paid to do what you want to do, which is just right. I would take writing jobs, but I also do love owning my own stuff. I do like networking. It can be exhausting, but I love going to conventions. I love going on streams. I love meeting people, I love hearing back from community and whatever. So.
Well, just don't ever launch a $5 sale on your book. Yeah. Because you have detractors.
I'll do whatever the fuck I want.
Okay, that's good too. I like that.
I'm not planning on doing it anytime soon. Let the record show. I have no interest in that at the time being. But no, I mean it's like, dude. And then I saw someone was arguing. They were like, oh well, pre-ordering is pretty much crowdfunding. I'm like, no, it's pre-ordering is.
Maybe you guys are right. The average person is retarded. They don't even know what a pre-order is.
No, it's like the thing is they're unlearning it, dude. It's like you've never pre-ordered a video game, or what about if you order? Hang on, if I'm shit, I would argue almost like ordering from like Uber is fucking pre-ordering. Yeah, I didn't get the free yet. I already paid for that shit.
Yeah,
I paid for the DoorDash. Is that pre-ordering? Is that crowdfunding?
Technically, it is pre-ordering. You're all right, yeah.
Is it crowdfunding? No, it's not because it.
Good lord, it's like you guys are right. Average people are just fucking morons.
Ugh. Whatever it takes. Man.
You consider yourself average, right, MSK?
No, I'm above average.
That was the best reaction to Greg ever.
Here's the thing about being mainstream. For years, creators relied on mainstream thinking it would give them clout. So when they went on their own, they'd have huge success. Only it didn't work out. Yeah, because. What most of them thought was that, like, hey, I'm this guy on this title. They never even knew if their fucking book ever sold. You just don't know. I mean, what are you gonna check? ICV2? It's what, like the most credible thing technically?
Yeah, it just meant comic book stores bought your stuff,
Yeah. They didn't mean like actual readers came in there and was like, hey, I want the next John Longbox book. They didn't mean that. They just went, hey, look, I have a pull list.
They're like, I fucking need Phenomenova. By the way, I'm 12 pages into inking issue 2, or my artist.
Oh my, wait a minute, hold on. You're actually working on your comics and not like fucking off for like 4 years? Crazy. It's actually insane.
Yeah, no, it's amazing what you can do when, you want to just tell the stories.
I'm up to page 7 of issue 2, and I got 2 covers done.
And you guys,
I have all 3 covers of mine done.
I got a bookshelf and I put my comics over there.
Oh. Yeah, I better see mine on there, MSK.
You like it? I did not back you because I don't like you, actually. Okay. I'm just kidding. Right. I'm just
Sunday.
kidding.
Well, you have till Sunday, man.
Yes,
I've been on freaking page 12 of a fucking book since 2000. I got nothing.
What do you mean you've been on page 12? Like reading it?
I've been trying to write a book since 2000, and I get by the time I hit page 12, I'm just like.
Yeah. Okay. I thought you were saying you were reading a book, and I was like, dude, are you okay?
I live in the South, man. No, I'm not okay. These big words, they get me.
Chloe says, you have to remember these people are working backwards. They hate Eric, therefore everything he does is wrong. Yeah. I've never seen such backlash and vitriol toward a clearance sale and on stuff that wasn't even there. It's crazy. It's ridiculous.
And look, and it's not just new, all this like actual shit being put out, John. You probably remember this. Previews magazine. You remember that book?
Yeah.
Every month. That was 200 pages a fucking month, and every page was loaded with fucking comics. It was almost like a trading card price guide. Like, it was like hundreds of comics per page you can order. The oversaturation's been there forever. So it's not just new. It's not just new.
I gotta get. I was off. I might do that at some point, but I think for now I'm gonna do something else.
Well, no, I'm glad you had all of your success, and I will make sure to back Phenomenova on. I get paid this week, so I'll be able to do it before Sunday. Actually,
Sounds good, man.
I did John's last time I got paid. I was going to do yours this time around, and then I want to.
By the way, your pledge bounced.
Doing it.
MSK.
Which one?
Your pledge bounced.
There's no way.
That happens. It does happen sometimes.
Oh God.
I lost a lot. I lost like 8 backers because of it, and they were like some of them were like
Kickstarter ended today, and so far no pledge. Like how long do you know when because I guess all the
I'm learning there's 3 that haven't said anything yet. It's tough.
So my Kickstarter ended a couple of hours ago, and so far I didn't get any notifications that
I thought you closed out the other day.
No, today whatchamacallit, Kickstarter ended. A couple of weeks ago, Fund My Comic ended, and then Friday I'm starting Indiegogo.
Gotcha.
So from now to Friday, we're in this little weird period where I don't know. Could you look up Hero Tales on Kickstarter? I forget if I did.
Yeah.
Why didn't you leave Fund My Comic up though?
Because it's up, but it's not active. Could you reactivate it?
No, I don't think so.
I'm going to do a second chance campaign with.
No, don't do that crap.
Wait, hold on. You want me to check Hero Tales on Kickstarter?
It's too late now. It's closed.
Then just get the book out for an extra. Get issue 2. That's what I would suggest.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was going to do.
It said your thing closed. You got.
You said it's going to launch an Indiegogo this weekend.
Yeah, Friday.
Okay, cool.
All right. Hero Tales, you got 53 backers. I said.
Yeah,
good. Oh, that's more than I got.
Crazy. Yep. Make sure you guys go out and support independent creators. Actually.
Yeah, I know. I lose. Yeah, I lost some because of the bounced.
What is Feminova? Feminova main cover.
Yeah, there's 20 and then 25 for all the variants. There's the Rini cover, there's the Sukaisha cover, the Final Fantasy VII cover, which is done by my friend Jules, who's Cecil's girlfriend. Then there's why am I blanking? The Buzz cover, which is the last one. Why don't you pull them up on screen so I could talk about them, man?
What, me?
Oh, no. I'm cooking. I'm cooking right now. Cooking hard.
You're cooking, huh?
I'm doing some hard cooking. I might burn down my house though, like that one Ethot did.
Yeah, I was seeing that shit. What's going on with that, man?
Oh shit! Why do women just burn their houses down? Because women all you gotta do is learn how to cook and you're good. But they can't even do that. God, women are retarded these days, dude. Fucking retards.
Yeah, well, let's be fair. Yeah, I was about to say let's not pat ourselves in the back, fellas.
Hey, how long you been in the new place, and you just now got a bookshelf, sir?
Whoa! I started. Fuck off! I hate all you guys. Just stop. I hate it. Give me 1 sec here. I'm just gonna cook for like 2 seconds.
Okay.
Wait, but didn't you just say that that's a woman's job?
Yeah. Oh.
Wait a minute. Hey, to be fair, the best chef in the world is a man. Just pointing it out there.
Which one, Emerald? Who do you think is the best chef?
Gordon Ramsay. Isn't he considered like the best chef? Best chef, mostly a dude.
Who's better? Who's better, Emerald or Gordon Ramsay? Okay. Don't ask me any more chefs.
Did that go through, Vaughn?
What? Did what go through?
I don't know why, but celebrity chefs just irrationally drive me crazy. When I see like these celebrity chefs, I just want to just start punching everybody. I don't know why. But
I was like, wait a minute. Why am I waiting for this week? Well, I'm going to get paid on Friday.
Oh,
so I was
did you just back?
Yeah. I get paid this week.
On Indiegogo? Okay, cool.
Yeah. I want to help contribute to the 13K one. It was already huge.
All right. Thank you, man. Which cover did you get? Main?
I got the main one.
Nice.
That's all I needed. Yeah. I can't support the girls. You know, I hate women. As people said, I'm a misogynist. Irene, I hit her up and I was like, hey, you want to come on the show? She did just like every other girl I talked to. No response.
Dude, she's busy. She's just. Dude,
I know she's busy.
Because I'm friends. She's very busy.
You still might want to read something into that MSK.
Oh yeah. Well, hold on. Well, I can rinse her up. It's easy. It's so easy.
Well, I asked her to come on my channel. She says, "John, I'm very busy, but I still don't want to go on MSK's channel."
Oh no! God, she's playing hard to get, like all ladies do. But once I rinse them up, they come over. It's easy.
Okay, whatever you believe.
Hey Vaughn, did you see a guy? What's his name? Eddie. On fourth. I can't even on comic book team up I do with RJ from the Fourth Age. He found this guy Eddie who's doing this comic called the Book of Eno. This guy is so talented. He did the whole book, everything. Just while he was working, he was just bored at work. He was doing like storyboards for commercials and stuff. So he made his own comic, and it is phenomenal. It reminds me of Rini, and I've been trying to get him in touch with Rini because this is a guy who is super talented, but he just doesn't know how to market himself. He's just been doing his own regular day job.
Yeah, Rini's been just so busy, man. I think she's just kind of, that's what I think. She's just like, she like barely posts, she's just doing her own thing. I would just let her cook. You know what I mean?
She said recently that I saw she's basically retranslating her Fiendish books into different languages to get them into different territories. That's incredible. That's cool. That's a good idea. I like the idea. It's a great idea. She should do it.
Yeah.
By the way, on Indiegogo, you could get the Vulcan edition of Heroic Tales.
The best woman of the year is also a man. Wait a minute. I don't know if it was this year or last year. Hershey's had a woman of it was like, International Women's Day, and they promoted a dude.
Yep.
Clown World. Actually, just world sucks, man. I'm sorry. This world's so trash. Great
all the best female athletes are men.
Thank you for backing, by the way.
Anytime, man. Yeah. I said I wasn't gonna do it, and I told people anytime I say I'm gonna back somebody, I always do it. I'm gonna do it right then and there, but I will do it.
Here's the thing. I will say too. I will say one of the things too. I mean, first of all, that contributes. Let's see how big my closeout stream is. I'm hoping it's good. But another thing I will say is, even though there is that delay with getting the first book, it will mean hopefully that issues 1 and 2 are closer together in production. Because like I said, issue 2, we're like 12 pages in, man, into the inks. And I'm trying to finish rewriting issue 6, but yeah, it's been great. It's been great moving around. I had to switch colorists, but I was able to get that done.
Who's your new colorist?
Just checked. I believe my pledge is good.
I wasn't able to get someone else asked. I had already talked to first before your guy John, but yeah, Blue Eye just back today. Blue Eye. I didn't even think that's how it's.
Blue Eye Scorpio. What's up, buddy? He said he backed. Yeah. Chloe said he backed. I backed. I forgot your 13K one's on my comic, but I did it to Indiegogo, so whatever. It contributes all the same.
It contributes all the same. It's been really nice, man. It's been really amazing seeing all the support I've been getting. It's because here's the thing: you got to remember, I'm an unproven 20-something-year-old.
Yeah.
That has not just the idea of me writing a comic. I've reread my comic over and over again. I think it's very solid, but it's just how many people have decided, I trust this individual with my money. It's been amazing, and the fact that I'm a bit behind means, okay, so everyone else is going to get a sticker with the book. I decided to take that because I'm a little behind. It's my first book. I'd rather over deliver. So you guys, I'm a month behind, so everyone is going to get that sticker. And here's the thing, while we're working on that, I'm going to be working on some other projects, and building a website too is something I have to do. The average person, I just find I literally will record myself doing videos explaining how to back campaigns because people they can't figure it out.
As we said, the average person is borderline retarded.
I wouldn't say that.
I'm a construction worker. The average guy doesn't want to go to a website, type in their credit card number, pay money, and then wait 4, 5, 6.
Which I don't blame them.
Yeah.
A lot of the guys at work are just like, "Oh, you're making a comic book." I'm like, "Yeah, it's $10." Yeah, right. They're taking out their wallet. And I'm like, no, you got to go to where they're just like, dude, when you get a comic book in hand, come back. I'll buy you a comic book. They don't want to hear it.
Well, you know what's crazy?
And the few guys that were willing to go, they were confused by Fund My Comic.
I had Fund My Comic had confused people. Yeah, I've had a lot of people confused by Fund My Comic.
Their phone.
Well, this is the thing. People forget. On any website, for the most part, if you typed in your information of your debit card like once, it saves. They don't even have to type it in. I don't know why they can't. I don't know why they have to type in anything.
They don't want to put their card into the computer, man.
Yeah, of course it does. We're talking like, these are guys that like make their own ammo. They don't order from Amazon. They don't, you know what I mean?
I think. Yeah, I got. Yep.
You know what I mean? They don't want to, but they want to support me. But they're like, I don't want to go to a website, type in, and they say the same thing. When you get your comic, come to work, we'll buy it. So I have like 60 more sales that. I guess it's good because it's all cash.
Yeah, that's the thing. I know a ton of people that are like, I'll buy it in person. So
Hobo, what's up, buddy?
That.
I would take their money.
Vaughn maybe improve the energy. Thank you so much. Yeah. Paul. All right. So Paul.
I bought Paul books. I would definitely
Paul,
do that too.
So Paul and I were hanging out. Paul, thank you, Chloe.
Yes.
No, Paul and I were hanging out. So Paul, actually, funny story. So first of all, Terrificon is my favorite Comic-Con. That was the one that changed everything for me. And I went, Project Analysis was selling issue 0. And he got me with his hook. And we've been friends ever since. I was like, oh, you're independent. I'm working on my own stuff. I've been Project Now since before it was even on Kickstarter. When he was just selling issue 0 at his first con, his first day, I bought it. Paul and I have been good friends. We hang out like every time we're at a con, we go out, we hang out. Paul's a great guy. I had him on my show a bunch of times. I was the one who was telling him, you should come on some streams. I think I was one of the first guys to interview him, and I was telling him, here's some other streams to get on. Paul is so funny.
Also,
I told him next time I want to get all of us together and do poker. Because we were at the casino, and last time he was at a slot machine and he lost like $400 on the slot machine. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that.
There was one time I bought a few comics from him. I messed up on the address on where it was sent to because I didn't change it. And I said, hey, I need to change my address on this so it can go to the right place. He threw in a Virgin cover. And I was like, he just threw it in for free. I was like, well, dude, I'm buying for you forever then.
Yeah, Paul.
Get me as a customer. I bought the Project Analysis. I didn't get the trade. I'll probably just end up just buying the trade from him. I bought the single issues to help him out too. So yeah, when I get paid, I'll get the trade from Mr. Paul Thayer. Awesome guy to buy from too. And ships out comics on time. And you
I have his. I should probably read his issue 4 soon. Give him because we always like he gives me his wife actually bullied him. He was like, you better have bought Vaughn's book. He comes to our table all the time. I'm like, of course. He's like, oh shit. No, but Paul and I he's a good friend. Very good friend.
God. Wow, he really does favor
fellow
James.
Jersey boy too.
Man. I hate all of you guys here, but I'm glad we have great supporters here. They're a great line of people here, and I have to give Vaughn and John all this clout, and they're just like, oh my God, MSK, you're so amazing.
Listen, I gave you clout, all right?
That's true. It's more like a clout exchange,
awesome.
Actually.
It's awesome that you have guests that are above average, to even out what you're bringing to the table.
Emily said just back Vaughn's book on Indiegogo.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Emily.
Wow. I'm making bank on your stream, man.
Yeah, I told you I have hot ladies here that love the white boys, and I'm white too.
See, everything is about race with you?
The real world's about race. Hey, I'm just pointing out.
Listen,
how the real world is.
You're lucky. He's just talking about race side. He's not talking about his wife, which is right after the race usually.
I'm just saying, my wife jerks me off every night. Just saying,
I'm not married, dude.
Rosie.
My pillow. hey, can a vacuum cleaner consent?
I'm gonna take a piss. I'll be back. That's weird. Me comparing me to Paul. That's really interesting.
He's going to find a vacuum cleaner.
I never thought Paul and I had similar energy. Cole, you should have seen Paul and I on streams together. But yeah, anyway.
Oh God, man.
He's going pee. He's going to find his vacuum cleaner to ask.
Yeah, I just I'm gonna have to go talk to my vacuum cleaner because I have no one in my house. Maybe I might go. I can't bring a girl over, guys. I don't live next to anybody. I live behind a bank and a liquor store and next to my gym. That's it.
You live on top of a restaurant.
No, I live on top of a.
Stop lying. You don't have a gym.
I love on top of a dog grooming business and a carpet business, and then James's family's studio, which I can film podcasts in.
Where
But
are you? You're in Vegas?
No, I'm in California.
Oh, you're in California.
Yeah, I love our governor, Gavin Newsom's a great guy. Greatly, deeply cares about its residents of California.
Cool. So are you ready for all the houses in California to go up $150,000?
I'm not worried about that. I'm more worried about Venezuelans coming in and murdering us all.
Well, every illegal alien's going to get $150,000 for a house.
To be fair,
all that really means is houses are going to increase in price.
It was proposed. It might not go through, but let's be honest here. That's just probably going through.
Well, let's just. So I guess you ain't get your reparations then. They're going to the immigrants instead.
They're going to dirty Mexicans. I love.
It just shows that blacks vote Democrats, so we don't need to cater to them. So
black people voting are stupid. They don't understand anything. It's just like fucking hell, man. Like you try to explain it to them, and it's just at a wall. You're literally talking to a wall. It's like nothing penetrates. You're just like, bro, reparations are trash. Like, here's the thing: you want reparations? Go out and get a fucking job, you lazy bums. Stop gangbanging. Stop smoking. Stop trying to rap. Just go out and get a damn job. Fucking disgusting unemployed monkeys, man. Just trash, dude. Man,
I want
to get a job.
I want to get an AI and take Archie Bunker out of the Archie Bunker show and put Master Swag in the Archie Bunker show.
Good.
Just saying, follow your dream. If your dream is to rap while gang.
I hope so, man.
Good for
I
you.
truly hope that story. Those because there was one in Chicago, there was one in California. I hope it's not true, because if it is, our country's screwed. Because more bad stuff will happen, honestly. Oh my God! Did you hear that Kamala Harris clip where she was talking about illegal immigrants are less likely to commit crime? It's like, lady, what fucking rock are you living under? I don't listen to nothing she says. She talks, I have it on mute. I cannot stand her voice.
You don't listen to her different accents in different parts of the country?
I did it a few times, and I just couldn't do it. You kind of should listen to that side to see what they're saying, and I did, and I was like, never again. That's just trash. Good Lord. If you vote for her, you're actually just straight up retarded.
So that is the first time you've listened to a woman, right?
No.
You heard him. He tuned her out like almost right away.
Well, he lives in California. He doesn't know if he's listening to a woman or not because they don't even know what a woman is over there.
No, not at all. You know what Sacramento is, our capital? It's claimed and praised as I can't find that word. It's praised as a troon safe haven.
Troon?
Yeah. It's praised as a Decepticon safe haven for people that don't know what women are. I'm not kidding. Retarded fucking state living.
Wow.
The only reason they
I'm drinking to that.
When Biden left the ticket, they had all this money in this war chest, and the only person who could legally use it was Kamala Harris, and that's the reason why.
Recently, wasn't it revealed they accidentally sent like 100-something K to fucking that one country on accident? They wired it to them.
$39 million to the Taliban accidentally.
The doesn't make sense.
I mean, mistakes happen.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. I hate it. Mindy says politics have become idiot. Yeah, that's true. Yep. Like if you're black and you're trying to live up the government, trying to get reparations, just get a fucking job.
No, Chloe's right, man. Like Paul and Vaughn and John too. Like y'all energy is infectious, man. About your book, it makes you want to go follow. That's why I think it was 2 weeks ago. You were on, and I think it might have been the Rogues or I don't remember where. But
EBS,
in the middle of the stream, I went and backed your book because of your energy about your book.
I'm so excited. I'm just sleepy tonight, but I'm so excited about making a comic book. Like what Vaughn was saying, it's my comic Heroic Tales it's a love letter to superheroes and comics, Bronze Age comics. I'm trying to make to capture the magic that I got back in 1985, 1986. So I always tell people, like, when you get my comic, just imagine the new Teen Titans was on the shelf and Marvel Team Up was on the shelf with, nothing today. Like the superhero's a good guy. The bad guys are pretty bad. Like if I didn't spell it out for you, but there's two bad guys in issue number 1. Neither one of them are good. Like you should be able to figure out what they're up to, but I didn't spell it out for you because I want kids to be able to read the comic too. But like an adult should be like, these guys are not good. They're not sympathetic.
Yeah,
they're bad.
It's the same thing we talked about earlier with Magneto. There shouldn't really ever be a point where the average reader is considering Magneto was right. Even though, like, between him and Professor X, it's like both have a common goal, but with a different middle ground to get to that same ending. You should never think Magneto's a good guy.
Magneto is not right, and I'll go on record and say neither is Charles Xavier. Yeah. Charles Xavier, half the time he's turning into Onslaught, or if you remember in the 80s, he turned into the Enigma, or he's getting mind controlled by the what's his name, the Shadow King, you know, and even when he was
even when he was making a book. Crazy.
Chloe, you didn't know I was making a book. Well, right now you can't get it. Friday it's going to be on Indiegogo again, so I'll do the rounds at Chloe, and show you the book.
Too bad MSK they didn't mount his TV. I guess because MSK doesn't own a screwdriver, there wasn't anything they could do.
True.
I could go get a screwdriver downstairs.
I will send you a full set. I've got 7 sets here. I will send you.
Why do you have 7 sets of screwdrivers?
Because
he's a man.
Has like multiple toolboxes.
What is a man?
True.
Just saying.
Well, MSK will never know.
I got like 5 toolboxes, man.
I have a big gang box in my garage, but I'm not even joking. There must be 500 screwdrivers of various sizes.
See? Real men, MSK. This is what men do.
Drivers. I got power tools. I got chainsaws. You know, sawzall.
I got like saws sitting in my fucking office right now because I was using it.
Oh my god, you have saws.
Actual hand saws.
Yeah. Daughter better not ever get a black boyfriend. Then just saying.
I mean, I have a broken neck. The other day I went out with my chainsaw and I was cutting up lumber and taking out all the hedges because it's only so long you can sit doing nothing before you go nuts.
When's that supposed to come off?
Well, Friday I went to the specialist. You know, so
okay.
When the accident happened on July 17th, they scanned it. They told me it was a hairline fracture in the C2 vertebrae. Put a neck brace on. So I went for another CAT scan, and I went to the specialist on Friday. So I told my wife to come in. I said, you're going to remember all the details. You know, so me and my wife sit down, and the specialist came in, and she just had a look. And she goes, you have no idea how lucky you are. And all of a sudden, my stomach just dropped. You know what I mean? Like this. Sometimes you see a doctor who you don't trust, but this doctor just had like an air of like confidence. This little woman, you know, and she just sat down and she showed me the scans.
Wow, so you were that close. I didn't realize that.
She goes, you have what's known as a hangman's fracture. She goes, when the rope goes around your neck, it breaks. She goes, that's so, you know, there's a little tiny, the C1 is a tiny little vertebrae right under your brainstem. And then the C2 is like basically where your brainstem is. That she goes, not only is there a hairline fracture, but it's like shattered. She goes, at any moment, like if you didn't have the brace, she goes, the pieces could have fallen off, could have pierced there's 2 arteries. She goes, could have pierced your spine. She goes, the only thing that would have moved is your lips and your eyes. You know what I mean? So I would have had the Superman going. You know, what's his name?
Wow.
Just for reading.
She goes,
what saved your life then?
Just when I got out, I hit, you know, the airbag, whatever, cracked. Who knows? Just dumb luck. You know, I went to get out of the car, and the police were there instantly, and they put this like big metal band around my neck. Mm-hmm. Oh my god, it hurt. It was like stabbing me in the shoulders. It hurt so much. And then when the EMTs got there, they ripped that off and they put this big plastic one on that it hurt too, but not as bad as the metal one. And then they put this one on, which is comfortable, but you know, it does the job. But it's just dumb luck. Just dumb luck. Crazy. So she said, because they told me 2 more weeks in a brace. But the specialist was like, no, another month. I go, what about going back to work? She goes, let's get another CAT scan. So I have no idea when I'm going back to work. I got to wear this for another month. But she was like, and when they say hairline fracture, I don't know if like, because I went to a professional CAT scan place. Like, I don't know if the EMT, you know, in the emergency room, they just use whatever. Because when they say hairline fracture, then you see it like on like a place that does nothing but CAT scans. It was like, you know, she could do the focus so you could see it from different angles.
Yeah.
Following the crack along. I was like, oh my God.
That's
like,
nut. Yeah.
Like, and it went up in a place. And she goes, yeah, it could have broke right in half. I was like, holy shit. So,
hey, isn't it like the feeling you get when you find a doctor that actually feels like they care? And when they found out how bad my back was, and when I did a nerve test on my leg, the dude's like hitting on my Achilles heel, and my foot is not moving at all. He's like, how long has it been like this? And I mentioned it to him. He's like, he starts going into detail. I started crying in his office, like just tears, because finally a doctor listened to me and didn't just blow me off.
Yeah, I like I sit patiently and I listen, and then I never go back to some doctors because I just get the feeling like either they're rushed, or I also hate to say this, you get a doctor who's like under 30 and they just prescribe pills to you. You know what I mean? Yep. This doctor looked like she was like closer to my age, you know, an old school doctor. But then she said this to me. She goes, I do not want to do surgery. She goes, because it's shattered. She goes, I could go in there and just wreck the whole thing. She goes, it's risky, it's dangerous, and it's going to be painful and a long recovery. She goes, so wear this brace. We'll get another scan, and in a month we'll talk again. So, you know what I mean? So I thought, like, I was like, all right, 2 more weeks in a brace, take the week, you know, then another couple of weeks without a brace at home, and then I go back to work. She's like, So who knows? So I might still be home in a brace doing fulfillment, you know, for my book.
What about going back to work? How long are you gonna be back at work soon?
She said not until at least halfway through October.
Oh, so you're going back in the most busiest time, the holiday season. Fucking crazy. Well,
it's construction. It's not like oh, quick work.
There's no season, man. Yeah. There's no season.
Actually, the busiest season's right now because the weather is perfect.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. Mindy says, I hate doctors, just literal drug dealers.
And so, like here they won't even prescribe you that ibuprofen because they're so scared to give you anything because so many doctors got caught just like writing scripts. Now they won't give you anything here.
In the emergency room, they literally were handing me Oxycontin. You know, and I said, "Oh, what is?" I asked for an aspirin because I got a headache, and in the emergency room, they didn't tell me, but they scanned, and right away they knew I had a hairline fracture, and they didn't know if I was going to go into surgery right away. They were waiting for a specialist to pull the trigger on, like going right into surgery, so they wouldn't let me eat. So I was in there for 28 hours, like just getting grouchier. I was like, "Can I get a freaking aspirin?" You know, if I can't eat, can I? So they handed me Oxycontin. I'm like, all I wanted was a freaking Tylenol, and now I got basically heroin in my hand. I was like, I don't want this. There's some addiction problems in my family. I don't know. Maybe I have it too. I'll never know because I ain't starting it. You know, so I won't take painkillers. Right? So I didn't take any painkillers except for they put an IV of ibuprofen, and that must have been like commercial strength because I wasn't feeling. They told me it was ibuprofen, but I was feeling no pain on that.
I'll take them in certain situations, but only in extreme, and then only when it's extreme, and then I make sure it's only as it's prescribed or even less than the bottle says. Because same thing, I have a addiction on both sides of my family, big time.
Yeah, like I don't know, like a coworker was just like out because I was told, I used to smoke pot, but I don't like smoking anymore, and I was like, if I could take a pill that I would get high like marijuana, because they're called gummies, and he gave me gummies. They've been sitting in my medicine cabinet for 6 years. I think I should throw them away now. You know what I mean? Like I'm not.
It might still be good.
They also gave me muscle relaxants. All they did was make it so that I couldn't focus. And I was like, all right, I'm home. I got nothing to do but write scripts. And I set everything up. I got my WordPerfect program, and I just couldn't focus. You know what I mean? So I was like, I waited 3 days for the muscle relaxants to get out of my, and then I could write again. But I was like, everything messes me up. I'd rather be in a little bit of pain, you know, than just this altered state that all the doctors just want you to be in. I just didn't like it.
Yeah, I get it.
You know, a little bit of pain never hurt nobody.
No.
They just kind of drug everyone out. They don't let you work through it. They just keep going, prescribe. And I think medicine helps. Like I take ADHD meds and shit like that.
It's medicine.
I'm just grabbing a beer. I don't even think I need this, honestly. I would just drinking beer the whole time. Grabbing for no reason.
Nothing wrong with beer either. I mean,
beer. No, there isn't. But you know, we do.
I got a root canal about 10 years ago. I went and got it on a Saturday because I didn't want to miss work. And so that Monday, I'm talking to my partner. I'm like, I got a root canal. He's like, you came to work after a root canal? I was like, it wasn't that painful. Yeah. I said, and the doctor, they prescribed me codeine. And just as I said codeine, the carpenter jumped off a ladder. you still got those codeine? You got those codeines? I said, no, he gave me a prescription. I didn't even cash it in yet. He goes, oh, where's the prescription? I'll buy it off you. I'm like, I threw it in the garbage. He's like, oh man, you go get that prescription and get those codeine pills. I'll buy them. And I said to my partner, this is why I don't want to do the code. I'm not, but like the doctor didn't even ask me if I wanted any. Like as I'm leaving, he's like, okay. I'm thinking he's giving me a receipt. Oh, what's this prescription for codeine? I just took it to be polite. But
well, it was back in 2005. I had a kidney stone that would it almost exploded my right kidney. It was completely lodged in my ureter, and my kidney was just swelling and swelling. When they went to stick the nephrostomy tube, they were afraid when they lanced it, it was going to explode like a balloon. Well, during around Katrina for like 6 months. If I walked into the ER, the hospital I was working at, and said, "Hey, my kidney," I would literally have 3 scripts of Dilaudid handed to me. I'm like, I'm just trying to tell y'all this. It's not hurting. I just need, And in fact, when they put the tube into my kidney, I was awake with no anesthesia because they had just tried doing a surgery. You can't get knocked out twice in 24 hours. So we'll give you oxygen and give you a shot, and we'll do that. I was awake the entire time, screaming. They had to hold me down while they were fucking putting the tube and stitching and pulling on it. They're like, okay. And after I was done, he's like, okay, well, we can give him a mild sedative, knock his ass out.
Walter said MSK's doctor prescribed him 2 dildos and said, take 2 of these and call me in the morning and let me know how you feel. That sounds like a great doctor. Where do I sign up at? Chloe says the straw that made me real. What the heck? Oh, it was before. Sorry, Chloe.
Yeah, I can tell before comment.
I imagine a doctor that cared would have been great. Back in high school, when I was having some dark times, to put it lightly, and the therapist I was seeing at the time didn't seem to care. That's the worst thing. You go to a professional, as they always say to do, and they just don't care. And it's like, you can tell they don't care.
Chloe, when you said in school, were you talking about a guidance counselor? Because I was a public.
Usually always girls, aren't they?
No, she said therapist.
Okay, I was gonna say, because I'll tell you this, man. Public school guidance counselors they didn't want to be a guidance counselor. They just were terrible teachers, so that's where they were thrown. Rather than like, because you literally have to get lawyers to fire a teacher. So the school doesn't want. It costs like $30,000 to fire a teacher. So yeah, you're the guidance counselor. You don't have to teach. You just sit in your office, and once in a while, a kid will come to you. Okay, so I don't have a big.
The straw that really made me stop going is that my grandfather passed away. Oh, that sucks. Sorry to hear that. And I was there when they unplugged him, but she canceled the first sessions. What the God damn, man! Professionals just ain't shit,
man.
Yeah, fucking hell. Here I'll always say this when it comes to therapy. If you really need to talk to somebody, I'm not saying don't. Like if you're in the army and some shit happened to you, or like you were maybe like
I think therapy is good.
Yeah, you don't have to be in the army, dude.
No,
don't set that caveat that if you risk your life in combat, you can.
Yeah, it's not.
I would say talk to somebody, or maybe you survive an animal attack, survive somebody, talk to someone. But some days when you're having a bad day,
and some people just have depression. Okay, I got chronic depression. I got to be honest.
No, you don't.
So I've had a similar experience to what Chloe was saying, and I'm sorry you had that one. That sucks. I've always been considered a problem kid by my parents, and they didn't really want me, so they sent me to a lot of therapists to figure out why I'm messed up. But the last one, when I was in high school, just I don't know. They basically said well, we've tried everything. It's what do you mean we've tried everything? This is my second visit with you. I'm still explaining my life. And okay, well, the only thing that we can do then is ECT, electroshock therapy, where they just give you a mouth guard and shock the shit out of your brain.
You got that?
I did not. That scared me away from any sort of mental health care for a long time.
Look at me, I'm happy. Just on the show.
Yeah, no, I swear, I'm smiling. Just stop with the shocking. No, I didn't get that or anything. Just it scared me away for way too long to go back. But I am.
I thought that was an old-fashioned brain. Gray, how old are you?
I just mean. A little bit too old. I'm in my 30s.
Okay,
but
you're still a young.
Yeah, I've just always kind of had depression. So I did recently
shock therapy.
Yeah.
No. What signs did you go to?
I thought that was
that's
like pushed out in the 70s and 80s.
No, they still do it.
Wow.
Yeah, it was relatively recent, within like the last decade. That was suggested to me. So
God.
I don't know, but I've seen a bunch of therapists since then. There's like 1 million schools of therapy and 1 million different like practitioners of it. You got to find somebody that actually like lines up with you. I've had so many bad therapists, but man, I finally
therapy is
I finally got some CBT and it's amazing. Cognitive behavioral therapy is the one that really has the most kind of backing behind it as far as like data and repetition of the data. But yeah, still find one that works for you and one that you think you would want to do. But it just it helped me be aware of a lot of the distortions I have in my own head.
Yeah, no, I think therapy is good. I'm for it. I just think it depends. Like, but I'm for it.
I was just saying, I don't think it's bad if people need to talk to somebody. I would just say, people sometimes don't know how to deal with just being sad. Like, being sad is a normal part of living, unless you're going through something super traumatic.
Yeah, Chloe, I thought the same thing.
Sure, like I said before, PTSD, animal attack, things like that. Maybe you got shot, like something like that. People want like therapy for everything. It's like life's gonna suck. It's gonna be bad. Gonna have to just suck it up and deal with it sometimes. That's just what it is. We're gonna go to your therapist and say, "Hey, I'm sad because I stubbed my toe." Like, I
used to think like that. I was very black and white about it. Like, just wake up and be happy. Just fuck. Why can't you just wake up? That's how.
Literally, black and white thinking is a cognitive distortion, man. It's one that I had to break.
And then in my late 30s, I woke up and I was like, that was just me masking my depression. Like, I'm fucked, man. I am a fucking dark person. Like a really dark person. And like, I just looking back, I had to go to therapy and I made my therapist quit. She fucking quit in high school.
Okay.
Maybe you have too much problems.
That's pretty, it's a nice notch on your belt there.
I used to say it's like a badge of honor.
Rub the lotion on its skin, or it gets the hose.
I probably could have benefited from some electroshock therapy.
No, and I
or I may have enjoyed it too much. Who knows?
I say this as a man, like you guys all are. We're being a man is just going to be hard. It's just what it is, But like we always say the average person doesn't care. Well, like the average person won't care if you're sad. You're gonna have to just deal with it in a certain way that can make yourself happy. Maybe you got to change your scenery. Maybe you're not where you want to be at. If you're not if you are not where you want to be at in life, that's fine to be sad about that. But that's not like I got to talk to a therapist. That's what everyone goes through. That everyone's at a single point in their life they don't really want to be at. It's an everyday feeling.
Yeah, but that one thing can snowball to something else.
Yeah,
I agree with that too. Yeah,
and that one small thing just kept building to the point where I'm looking up at a fucking mountain. I'm like, holy shit, this is my life.
Yeah.
I read someplace that men are the happiest in their 50s, and I was always like, F that. But I'll tell you, man, I'm the happiest I've ever been.
Really?
Yeah.
I got 5 years to go. I got 5 years to go.
All right, I've got 25 years to go.
You're halfway there, man.
Angry and
you're happy now. Imagine how happy you're gonna be when you're 50.
I used to be angry and looking for fights and stuff like that. Then one day I was just like, you know what? I'm going to decide to be happy.
Well, I definitely have that like militant attitude where I'm like, fuck this guy.
John, though, I'm assuming you're Gen X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No way.
Same here. It's our generation was like that. We just like
Gen Z gang.
Yeah, we just fucking like we didn't give a shit and we just fought everybody that we saw. That was just our thing.
I would say just like, isn't that what we're supposed to do as men? Supposed to just kind of do things and suck it up and move on. It's kind of what we're supposed to do.
Yeah, but that's also why men have.
I tell you, if a guy at work came up to me and was just like, "John, man, I'm sad," I'd be like, "Shut up."
Yeah. Like you're trying to hear that shit. I'm not trying to hear that shit. I don't care.
Hold on, if it's a friend that feels down. And you want to talk to him?
You said
a guy comes into work. A guy at work.
Getting fired.
No, if it's a friend, like I'll sure talk to you.
Why is the male sewer slide rate so high? I can't figure it out.
Suck it up.
Well, it's because of MSK and his toxic masculinity.
Exactly.
Sure, it is okay for a man to
cry. We hit 10 viewers and then it drops down every time.
Yeah, exactly.
All in the head. I mean, we're either apart or we're watching an MSK stream.
That's what I mean. Yeah, I definitely am questioning my life decisions. Let me hear.
If it makes
that can
so Chloe is around my age. Okay.
Yeah. She's a Gen Z like you, actually. Yeah. Chloe, don't worry. We're all here for you. I'm always here for you. I know how most of you guys feel. I'm just
putting out the real heroic tales because it's everything positive about masculinity.
That's why you read comics to escape.
A father, husband, beloved superhero.
That's why you read comics for escapism. That's why people didn't want their escapism infected with bullshit.
Right. You feel sad. You know what you do? Take a stack of 100 comic books, put them in alphabetical order, bag and board them, and then meticulously put them in long boxes.
Ooh, that sounds like heaven for me, man. I have OCD bad. That's heaven for me.
Like on Saturday nights, I remember Saturday nights used to be like partying and drinking beer and running around like idiots. Now Saturday night, my wife is sitting in that chair watching a Hallmark movie while I'm organizing comic books on that big table.
That's nice.
I waste my time with this fucker in the corner.
Yeah, that's why you say it.
What is
in the world of depression, MSK is known as a carrier.
By the way, guys, just saying, while I'm on MSK's stream, because there's a lot of people, if you haven't subscribed to my incredible YouTube channel yet, you guys should. Just my name, Vaughn Coleman.
Oh, I guess we should. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Tom DeFalco is going to be on my channel.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, crazy.
Yeah.
At 7 what? 7 what time?
New York time, Eastern Standard Time.
Okay, so 6
John's Longbox making connections.
Dude, fucking A.
That's great. He had Jim Shooter on. He had Mark Miller.
I
had
saw
Eric
those.
July. And now
if I may brag, Mark Miller asked if he could come on my channel. I didn't ask him.
That's true.
Are you kidding?
That's crazy. That's actually insane.
Holy shit. And I'm talking to you right now. That's crazy.
And I will say this. If you have a connection to put me and him together, I would get on my knees for you, John.
God.
Just saying. I do some EBS pizza parlor stuff.
Most knowledgeable comic book I have ever met.
Oh shit.
This is my gut telling me. I think that he wants to do something in crowdfunding in the next year or two, and I think he's testing the waters because he went on a lot of YouTube channels. That's my feeling. Yeah. If it doesn't happen, this is not a scoop. JDA, don't put this in your newsletters or whatever. This is just my feeling. And he asked Valerie Dior, who's good for
this is Vaughn's channel, everyone. Make sure you guys go subscribe. Actually,
so he gave me 15 minutes. He said, I'll come on your channel for 15 minutes. And if you watched, we talked for almost 2 hours.
That's fucking cool, man.
It's always a guy. It's always an adult thing. As a kid, your mom and dad was like, it's 5 more minutes. It's always 2 hours. It's never 5 minutes.
Yes.
I gotta confess, I still actually haven't read any of Mark Millar's stuff.
Yes, I never read Civil War.
No, never read Civil War.
Never read The Ultimates. Old Man Logan.
No, I need to.
So
I think you'd be more up to speed with like Kick-Ass. I think you'd like
Kick-Ass. I have Kick-Ass. I got it.
You have it? Okay.
I just haven't read it yet.
So you said when you were a kid, your parents always say it's 5 minutes, every 5 minutes. Y'all haven't experienced MSK saying we got 5 minutes left in the show. The ending lasts longer than the entire fucking show did.
Okay, to be fair, that's because you guys always.
It's always someone else's fault, right?
Right. It's never my fault. It can't be my fault. This is John's channel. Actually, if you guys want to go and subscribe, today he had on Wooly at Terrier Comics. She's just familiar. God, maybe I'm thinking something different, honestly.
Yeah, he had a show called Willie Longbox. He's from Glasgow, also. Great guy, man. This guy, like, I never met him before. He just, like, a lot of people will be like, hey, can I come on your channel? And I got my vetting process is I look at the comic book because a few times I'm like, oh, geez, I can't believe this comic looks awful. So I look at the comic, check it. His comics look awesome. So I was like, yeah, come on. And did he know his comic book stuff? I could have talked to him all night long. First off, he was cool. He's my age, so it was, two old graybeards talking comics. But man, he knew his obscure stuff. He was bringing up stuff that I was like, man, I don't even talk about that because I think people are going to be like, that's 40 years old. Who cares? I really enjoyed talking to him. I backed his book instantly after talking to him. He was pretty cool. So if you like horror comics, check out go. Yeah, the link is in the description for the comic. Now I can't remember the name of the comic. Werewolves and a Scottish term, blambots. It's a Scottish term for dumb people. So it's werewolves and blambots. I'll put his link in the private chat if you want to put the link in the public chat.
Whew. We've all been. You spend the next 30 minutes standing. They're bored as fuck.
Because he doesn't let you put links because he's a jerk.
No. There's mods for that. That's why I made people mods. I'm on a different account when I stream. I'm not on the YouTube actual account. I'm on the backup one for my comic channel. And my comic channel, I haven't quit it, guys. I have content done. I just have to just put it out for you guys. It's getting there. Don't worry. I'm a comic connoisseur, just like porn. You know? Oh, God.
You're a class man. You're a classy guy.
Yeah. The comic series that I haven't read, if you will always say as good as The Boys, I will be buying I'll buy the first Boys compendium this week when I get paid. It's already back their books, so I'm just making sure I got the main stuff out of the way first.
I can see. You still want me to send you those the digital?
Send me the digital one. Yeah, send me volume 1.
Okay. Well, it's only issue by issue. It's not like
that's fine. Great goodness gracious. But comics are a lot of work. And people get angry and bicker all the time because it's a passion. We're like fucking freak nerds. That's all we got. Mm-hmm. Well, what else we got beside this? We got nothing else. We're a bunch of losers.
Speak for yourself, dude.
Yeah. Yes. True.
There's no we ever involved with this.
Yeah,
man.
see, you keep projecting. You keep projecting onto me, dude. I was just hanging out with my friends this weekend. I don't know.
Oh God, I was hanging out with people randomly on the internet for 2 hours.
I do that. I do both. I'm not. It's like they're acting like it's mutually exclusive. Oh, you go on podcasts, therefore, no. No.
Walter did bring up a really good question. Where the hell did you get this title from? Familiar myth with modern sensibility.
Because you guys know one of my favorite Batman stories, like a lot of people's Year One. I've read this already, but I didn't go to one
of the best Batman stories ever. So
it is so good. And I randomly just pulled. There's a quote on here, and I randomly just pulled it for a title for YouTube tonight.
What is it?
That's cool.
Yeah, I was gonna review this later on, but I have 2 other comics that I need to review first. I read C.S. Johnson's Discord book. I think that was pretty good. And then I read the Ripazine, so I have to review those 2 first before I get to that.
Well, I haven't read those yet.
Too many in my head just jumble in my brain, so I got to do one at a time.
I have too much to read. I gotta read some books. I haven't been reading enough.
Right? Once you get so many books, it's just like, God damn, how do I even get to all this stuff?
And sometimes I'll just be indecisive and I just go, you know what?
It's my 2 read pile right there.
Oh, that's
right. It's a modest pile.
My spinner rack of, I didn't read those yet.
You have your own spinner rack?
Oh yeah,
nice.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I tried to buy the one at GameStop when they shut down, but I couldn't get my hands on it.
Yeah.
What did I do? Hey, I actually didn't know this about Frank Miller because in the book, you know how they have the artist interviews. Apparently, he was an artist before a.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
John and I are about to slap the shit out of
you. You're a fucking.
I thought he was just a straight up
tourist.
Whoa! I thought he was just a straight up writer.
No, Frank. All right, so no, I'm just fucking with you. So you got to read. By the way, I'm gonna go on my channel. I've been putting it off forever, but I want to start a show called Comic Strip Club, where we're just gonna go through comics.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to take your clothes off throughout the course.
Yeah, you got it. That is the. No, but we're gonna go through Frank Miller's Daredevil run. But Frank Miller's Daredevil run.
Did you know?
So it was like.
Yeah. Did you know who created Pharaoh Led? No, I didn't. And then you got to take your shirt off. It was Jim Shooter.
Yeah, no, but it was so Frank Miller started off as there was the Spectacular Spider-Man issues where Spider-Man Daredevil team up. Then he drew that 27 and 28 because it was 2-parter, right?
Yeah, I know that because my cousin was like, he got into comics and he's like, oh man, you got to get key issues. I'm like, key issues? What do you mean? I was just playing dumb because he was aggravating me. He goes like, what? I go, oh, what's the last key issue you got? He goes, Spectacular Spider-Man 27. I go, what makes it a key issue? And his answer was, because it's a key issue. I'm like, but why is it a key issue? Because it's a key issue. Okay. I was like, it's the first Frank Miller Marvel comic book. If you want to be at the comic books, you got to know this stuff.
So much, man. All I'm saying.
Oh, I didn't know it was his first ever Marvel comic book, and it was,
his first Marvel comic.
Wow, so he came out right out the gate. So anyway, that was his first.
Before that, I think he was doing Planet of the Apes for Charlton or something like that.
And before I let MSK defend himself, I'm just going to explain it. So basically, Frank started out doing that. He latched onto the character of Daredevil. I think he even asked to take Daredevil. And so the first 10 or so issues of his Daredevil run it's Roger McKenzie, I think, was writing it. And then you slowly see it like Frank. And then I think it's like he co-wrote one with Roger. And then boom, Frank takes over as writer. And from there, he's been known mostly as a writer. But it was like, it was like transition to the point where like his Daredevil run ends with Mazzucchelli now being the artist and him being the writer. But it was initially, it was like transition like that, kind of how it worked. And
if you look at that Spider-Man 27, look at the way he draws Spider-Man and look at the way he draws Daredevil. It's like he was born to draw Daredevil. The Spider-Man doesn't look right, but the Daredevil, like it looks.
I am an anime enjoyer. I hate all you guys. No, I was reading the quotes, and I only ever known him because of writing. He stopped doing the art for the book. He never did the art for the book, but he just wanted to only write the story out, and they chose to find someone who could complement his style with his writing. I was like, that's the reason why comics turned out different back then, because they actually went out and find someone that could complement the writing style. Yeah.
No, it's not necessarily. I mean, like year one, that was after he had done Born Again with like Mazzucchelli the day before, or the year before. I of course read. So yeah, we'll go through Frank's whole run. I have a video on my channel if you guys looked at. It's the definitive Frank Miller Daredevil reading order. We've been putting it off. Reenie's so busy, but initially was going to be Reenie, me, whoever else. We're going to go through Frank Miller's whole Daredevil run. Probably going to have to do a whole different lineup now, but I do intend on doing that series. So we're going to go through Frank's whole Daredevil run. I think we're going to cover Ronin as well. I never read Ronin 2, but I've been meaning to.
I haven't read Ronin 2. I love Ronin 1 so much. I don't want to read 2.
I think 1 is good. I think 1 is good, but I don't think it's like Frank's. I don't think it's as good as his Daredevil. Obviously, his Daredevil.
I got it monthly when it came out. You know what I mean? So, man, it just
Ronin is nuts. But I think,
especially the last issue with the sword, that was like a big freaking shock. I was like, and then the big reveal at the end. Oh man, I loved Ronin 1.
Ronin's good. I like.
Martha Washington is good. Another lesson.
I haven't read that one. I haven't read that. I haven't read Sin City. I've read 300. I've read
Sin City.
Yeah. I haven't read Sin City yet, but I know I need to.
That's my comic book.
Who's this?
Whenever we talk about my comic books, I show this. This is my comic book.
He always flexes on us. He's like, you peasants.
I've had both comic collections I've had were destroyed by hurricanes.
Oh
so
my God.
I gave up collecting. I started as a kid.
That's crazy.
Got destroyed. Started again. Got destroyed. I got like maybe 30 issues now. I'm done. I'm just pick stuff here and there.
I tell you, if my comic collection gets destroyed, I'm done. I'm not making comics. I'm not collecting comics.
Some people are scheming now, John. They know your weakness.
You burn his house down.
Yeah. Have you backed anyone's books that might be against you now?
Me?
They have your address. They know your weakness.
Well,
arsonists are on their way, John.
I'll be shipping from my house too. If you back my book, you'll get my address, right? Yeah, I backed a couple of I backed 2 from one guy that's been waiting 6 years that I'd rather get my money back at this point. But once you do that, they make fun of you for a week.
Who is that guy?
He might be the guy that has been sucking off dudes behind the trash can at a pizza parlor. We don't know who that guy is. He's anonymous.
And what gets me mad is I was literally defending that guy up until
on the show.
I didn't even know he was literally he was doing a trash cast about me, and I was thinking on this channel defending him.
Yeah, that was your worst take of all time. It aged like milk in less than 48 hours. He was like, you know what? I don't want to get into that. We all called that guy a piece of shit because he is a piece of shit. Fuck that guy. If he actually died, I wouldn't care. I'd have a celebration stream and celebrate good time. Come on. I'm just kidding. Obviously, in Minecraft,
but then I'm not $300 worth of comics if he dies.
Yeah, we do not.
No, he literally said, I don't talk bad about people. And then the next day I was like, John, I was like, John, that take age like milk, but I forget. It's okay because you didn't know. It's okay. We all make mistakes.
I still don't want to talk bad about people. I don't want to talk bad about people.
No, just don't give them attention.
Yeah, that's what I try to do.
Listen to this man if you won't listen to me.
Oh, no, he's white.
Oh,
so is John.
Darnell, you live in South Louisiana?
Yes, sir.
Do you know Kelsey Shannon?
That sounds very familiar.
Oh,
Kelsey doesn't leave his house. He's a great guy, though.
Yeah,
he might leave his house. I don't know.
Kelsey Shannon. Kelsey. He's working with Mike Barron now. He's a comic book artist. Me and him did a show called Two Beards, One Comic, where we would talk about comics. I used to have a big old beard until I had to shave it to wear this thing. I haven't seen it. Heard from him. I just want to make sure he's okay. I was kind of hoping you're like, oh yeah, he lives down the block from me. I just saw him at the Walmart or something.
He looks familiar.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Great guy. I love doing my
Kelsey,
show.
So he lives down
was
here
one
too?
of the most viewed episodes I ever did was with Kelsey.
Vaughn, have you heard from him?
Dude, Kelsey, I thought it was a bit that he doesn't have access. I should reach out to Kelsey, but I thought it was a bit.
Just let him know.
Checking in.
My wife is even starting to worry about him.
I'll ask for myself because Kelsey and I are boys.
I really like his fucking art, dude. It's awesome.
Oh, his art is awesome. Matter of fact, when I saw his art on the couple of years ago, they did the Red Circle comics, like the Shield, and he drew them all, and I said, man, if I ever have a comic book, this is the art that I want, And then lo and behold, a couple of years later, me and the guy are hanging out and talking.
That's crazy.
Who is this?
Kelsey Shannon. I love his art.
Yeah, Kelsey, and I don't think I had read much of his stuff, but Kelsey and I hung out. We sat next to each other for dinner in Tampa, and then 2 meals in a row we sat next to each other. Kelsey's a great guy. Great guy. I was working by him the whole time. Love Kelsey.
So now you live. Now you're the second guy I know who lives in Louisiana. You got to get me some andouille sausage. I can't get any in New York. I was just talking about food in New York. I was like, you can get any food you want in New York, but I can't find any andouille sausage. And Kelsey was like, yeah, you can get that at gas stations over here.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
The only andouille sausage out here is it comes prepackaged in the supermarket, and it tastes gross. It tastes like rubber.
Seriously, if you want, we'll talk in backstage after the show. I'll send you some fresh from the fucking butcher, man.
Oh man, that would be awesome. I went to butchers. There's a couple. They're all like, no, man, we don't have that over here. Because there's a restaurant out by me called Big Daddy's, and they make it there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's awesome, and it's people from Louisiana. Oh my god, it's so good. They make all the Cajun food, but they make it there, and they're from Louisiana. But outside of that restaurant, I can't find it, and I'm like Jones. We were talking about drugs before. That's what I'm addicted to is food.
I'll hook you up, bud. Yeah, food is my drug. Yeah. I'll hook you up, dude.
MSK, what's like your food that you go out of your mind for that you can't get? And Great Poupon, I'm sorry, you're so silent. I forgot you were here.
Gray's dead.
No, it's cool. I was just taking the time to, type up a warning for the chat that, I would trust Darnell if he, says that he'll send you some sausage. Never trust MSK. It is a bad ploy. Do not ever take him up on that if he offers.
I don't trust MSK, period.
Darnell's going to send me a big package of sausage. MSK will send me a little Vienna sausage.
Oh.
Hey, I'm going to send you a Bar 5 hot dog if any of you guys know what that is. Good Lord.
I don't know if I want to. I'm just gonna take your word for it.
I'm just saying, it's the gas station boiled peanuts that get me every time. Really?
I'm not into that.
I think it's Bar S, not Bar 5.
And I thought it was a joke. That's a real thing, huh?
It is.
I think Mandy Summers was telling me that it's a real thing.
It is. I'll eat it if I'm an option, but
boiled feet?
Peanuts.
Oh. What do they? So I was about to ask a stupid question.
You go to the gas stations, they'll have a crock pot with the peanuts in the water. You just fucking take the big serving spoon and fill your bag.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah. Are they soft?
Yeah.
But what's wrong with peanut? I mean, I'll take it because I like peanuts. But
so it's almost like what? Like you bite into them and they burst into peanut butter or something?
No, it's like a boiled peanut. They boil it.
The shell is really the difference.
Yeah.
They're kind of good.
You
can
eat the
eat the
shell.
shell.
Boiled peanuts with a
You
Coke.
eat the
It's great.
shell?
People eat the shells.
No. But instead of the shell like dryly cracking away, it's kind of more like edamame. You can kind of like shoot the peanuts out of them. It's quite delicious. It's very close to edamame, but a lot more salted.
And also, I've been hearing people are putting the peanuts in a Coke now.
Oh man, that's a big thing. That and popcorn.
Oh, man,
like I have like a cup of Coke. I have popcorn. I'll take like a kernel, dip it, and eat it. So good.
America, like, oh man,
yeah, man, get you like a glass bottle,
deep fried Oreos, deep fried Twinkie. You know, like we are just whatever possible way to make something unhealthy even worse. We're doing it.
Get you a glass bottle Coke.
God bless America.
Salted peanuts in there, but glass bottle, ooh, can't beat it.
Well, you know, I'm drinking Diet Coke now, but my favorite is every once in a while I'll put in an order and I'll get a couple of cases of glass bottle Coke from Mexico with the real sugar.
Oh yeah,
that is the best. That is the best soda you'll ever. And it's funny because I'm like, oh my Mexican Coke is here, and all my friends are like, I gotta go, and you know, and then it's Mexican Coke.
The Mexican Pepsi is good too. We have a shop, a little supermarket near here. They have the Coke and the Pepsi in the glass bottles from Mexico.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but the Coke with the real sugar, not this corn syrup stuff from Mexico, it is the best. And my niece was over. She was like 13 years old. She must have drank like 16 of them in one night. I was like, Jesus, you know, I could only handle them like one every couple of days, you know. But she was like 16. She was like, I'm fine, Uncle John.
I gave my 8-year-old a Coke today, and he like freaked out, like, "Dad, can I have another one?" Like, no, you're good. You're good. One. Bounce off the wall.
Juan, what is your like hard to find food that you crave? This is such an old timer thing. Me and Donnell, like, you're in your 50s, right?
I'm 45. Well, I'll be 45 in a couple months.
Okay, because I forget who somebody just posted today about their sandwiches. I'm like, you know, in my 20s and 30s, going on
Chocodiles are pretty good.
Kicks. But now in your 50s, you're just like, man, that sandwich. Oh man.
Chocodile, Take 5.
Those are so good. The sea salt peanuts. Oh.
Yes. Oh yeah. I'll show you this.
Hard to find.
There's a truck stop by me, and I get these. They make them there. It's just.
Oh yeah. My mom takes those.
Sea salted caramel.
Oh,
those are good.
And I throw them in the refrigerator because if I don't, then they'll be nice and soft and I can eat them all. Like right now, I can only eat one because it's like as hard as a rock.
Yeah. It's funny you talk about snacks. Me and Gray one night after Tuesday Showdown, we talked for a while about like doing like a snack show or something because like I'm huge into like getting weird shit and trying it.
Yeah, I you know, there's a Ecuadorian restaurant like about a mile away. It looks like they bought an old-fashioned diner, so it looks like an old diner that you'd see at roadside diners and dives or whatever.
Yeah.
So I just pulled in there one day. I'm like, I was off work, and I was like, I'm gonna go in there, get bacon, egg, breakfast, and I'm like, okay, all right. So everybody here, like, I didn't know better. I was like, okay, everybody's Mexican or whatever, and I found out they were all Ecuadorian, and oh my god, the food is like they don't give a crap about health. They don't give a crap. All they care about is if it tastes good. And it is awesome. Like whatever, like Vaughn, that day that you were gonna stay over at my house.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna take you to this place the next day. It is.
Oh, sorry. Next time in Long Island. Listen, I've had.
My wife was so happy that you didn't come because she's like, I didn't clean. Like
I guarantee. I was like, I would not care. I was
like, Vaughn might come. Yeah, for free comic book day. Vaughn drove out to New York and he was like. And then we went out to a bar drinking and everything. And I'm like,
I waited 2 hours with this other guy in the bar to sober up instead, and just I was about to try because
I was like, he'll be here in like 20 minutes. She was like, squiddly diddly. She was like,
oh, I didn't know that. I'm sorry. If I had known that she was doing that, I would have committed. But it was you offered, Cecil offered. I ended up not going. Yeah. But yeah, you and Cecil both offered. So now I'll know I can drunkenly crash at either of your places.
Yeah, we got a guest room. I
The problem was that it was like I would have had to drive to your house.
You said you had something to do in the morning.
Did I? I don't think, because I think the dilemma was, well, I would have to drive to your house anyway. So at that point, if I have to wait to sober up to drive to you,
it's another hour in the wrong direction.
Yeah, so I was like, that was what it was.
It probably would have made sense to stay at Cecil's because he was like right around the block from where we were.
See, I didn't know that, but I also didn't want to dox Cecil. So.
Oh, well, they don't know where we were.
I'm trying to be safe, man.
He posts pictures. You know,
it doesn't matter. I don't like. I post pictures near my house. I don't want. I post pictures out. I mean, listen, people definitely if you search hard enough.
Don't worry, nobody watches this channel.
He's got a point.
Dude, he's got more active chat members than me. I got it. Well, the problem is I'm not consistent at all in my streams. Like you look at it, it's a jumbled mess, and that's my problem.
Yeah, I try to be consistent. I try to do Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. You know, I have scheduled shows, and that's because I'm out of work right now. I'll just, do other stuff.
Yeah.
I'm finishing my book. It's so frustrating being so close to the end with my book, and there's always like something else that's in the way. But I can't wait to be done, and then I have to make my website where people could just order it. I could just say, just go there. Everything you need is there.
Oh, MSK, I put a link to Willie's Kickstarter. Could give
me a sec, because I was looking up because I have. We're talking about Daredevil. I was trying to see what stuff did I order for Daredevil. I know I ordered Man Without Fear, and I know I ordered an omnibus for him recently by Chip.
All right, here's what you got to do. There's 3. All right, watch my Daredevil reading guide.
Would you put the Mark Waid one in there? People said that one was really good.
I'm talking the Frank Miller.
How about you
Frank
watch
Miller
the guide?
Because there you go.
There you go. See that I'm trying to pull out the marketing riz out of Vaughn. See, there's a plan to all of my methods.
No, there isn't. But you are consistent, so we'll give you that.
Yep.
All right, 14 backers, 15 days to go. Wait, out of 14 backers, you got 1K. That's crazy.
That's good.
It's really good.
How the hell? That's insane. Yeah,
that means they dropped some hard money. That means an average person was dropping like $200, $500.
That's not how maths work, but okay.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not a math teacher, Gray. I stopped caring.
Or even user. I mean, no.
Good God. All right. Well, do make sure to support any creators out there. How you back? Just go back to project and put in your debit card information and the ship. And keep in mind, whenever you do this, it's always a $10 shipping clause. So in any indie creators, like my book is like $20. It's realistically it's like 30. But just keep in mind, it's always a $10 shipping base number as well. You can tip more.
Wooly, he writes, draws, colors, inks, and letters. He does it all himself.
Just does everything. That's
so it's really cheap. I pledged $45, and it's a 180-page Ailsha Dark comic, and then another like 100-page horror anthology. So you know what I mean. And he says he's not even like making money on, the shipping is really low. It's coming from Glasgow. He just wants to have like a backlog of comics so he could go to local conventions with books. So the guy's not really making any money. He teaches college, he teaches art and design and stuff at college. So he's like, this is just kind of what he does with his class and everything. So, it's amazing how cheap it actually is.
Ooh. Yeah, no,
I just have to give WZ some credit. Math quack. That's awesome.
Yeah, there you go. You know how crazy it is to have all those jobs in one comic? Illustrating, inking, lettering, art, printing, all that stuff. That mad respect to people that do that stuff,
Yeah.
And keep in mind, when people say you don't make a lot of money in comics, there's just not a lot of money here. I mean, there could be if you activated the right amount of audience members to do it, but just on average, you ain't making bank doing this.
I remember in art in high school, I kept thinking, I'm gonna be a rich comic guy when I get older. Went to art school. I'm gonna be a rich guy working in comics and video games. Yeah, no.
That just doesn't work, right?
Nope.
Yep. Does not work that way. I wish it did. I truly wish it did, honestly. In 1 second, I was just getting some stuff together for people. I'm doing quality content here. And
For
make sure I have. Hell yeah, that's what I do. Give me 1 moment here. Okay.
Our math curriculum.
Yeah, we'll be heading out of here in a little bit. I do have to go to work early in the morning, so we'll go for like another 5-10 minutes max, and then we'll head out. But no, we had a great show tonight, talking, X-Men and comics and all this stuff. Can't wait to get Feminova and Hero Tales, read them, review them, critique them. And I always tell people this. These guys know this too. If your book is trash, I will say it's trash. I'm not even gonna. But you know what? I'll still like you. I'll still be always backing them. Because I do believe even if your book sucks, you can always get better in my eyes. Until if you're at like issue 4 and you haven't improved, I might be like, man, this it's not clicking. But you know what? I gotta hope you get better. But I know if they watch my comic,
dude, my writing.
As long as you're not preconceived about it, you're coming out with a grudge. It's all fine.
Oh yeah. And here's the thing too. I feel like I've improving. Like I was writing some stuff with issue 6 and 5, and I was revising my issue 5, which was my magnum opus, I thought. And then I went back to it after having now done issue 1, and I'm like, okay, why does this take 3 pages? Boom, 1 splash page. It's all that information. And I'm so much better as a writer now. I've improved so much because I'm just like, why are they talking for 5 pages? Just cut.
Yeah.
No, I do the Will Eisner. The main guy makes a statement, somebody else reacts to it. That's the whole panel.
Oh,
Yeah. So that's a couple of people saying, "Oh, I appreciate it. It's just not word soup in each panel." And if I need something else, I'll put like a caption. But
See, I'm very much Claremont guy.
I was gonna say you sound like Claremont. How many words can you fit in a panel?
Listen, I come from a screenwriting background, so I love my dialogue.
The whole panel is just text.
So I mean, listen, there are those panels where I'm like, all right, buddy, you get to draw on these ones, and these ones you get to I let you cook, you let me cook. And my artist and I, that's another thing. That's another level of creating. My artist and I, we now have a much better flow with it. Like throughout the issue, it was like harder because we kept this pushing back. And it was always like a helpful way to each other. Pushing back, revising. We both agreed. I became a better writer. He became a better artist. We became a better team. And then by the end, we were just flowing. By the end, I'm like, yep, that page is good. That page is good. But early on, the first 20 pages or so, there was a bit of or especially the first 10, I feel like there was a bit of a, not in a bad way, but back and forth. By the way, I did interview my artist if you want to see us just geeking about our process.
Hey Vaughn, we got to get to Heroic Tales number 5, because then I'm going to show you how to properly do an electrical based villain.
All right. Well, I'll get your feedback with Phenomenova too.
Vaughn and I have been talking. I'm an electrician, for those of you who don't know, and it's just one of my things is people who do electrical powers wrong in comics, and I know
I probably do some of that.
No, well,
it's funny you say you're an electrician. When Vaughn said, let's talk about something no one's talk about, I was about to say, let's talk about electricians.
Oh, what do you got?
Really? What's wrong? No. Just it's funny that
let's talk about John.
I was going to say, and that's actually what you do. Just coincidence.
Yeah. I wired all this down here. It was funny because my wife was upstairs, and I had it was funny because the Carpenters, "Why Do Birds Suddenly," that song came on the radio, and I was singing at the top of my lungs, and she said she was at the stairs just like listening, like he's downstairs, he's wiring up the basement, he's singing. She goes, "John, you never sounded so happy." Guys, men have to do stuff. Men have to do, and if this is going to sound mean, and I don't mean it to be, if like you're depressed, go and create something. Go build a shed, go build a doghouse, go make some art.
But there's sometimes there's like a reason behind the depression that you need to work through.
Right. But if you're sitting home and you're watching TV, because TV's telling you that you're a jerk, politics are telling you that you're a jerk. Everything's telling you that you're a jerk. Turn off all your TVs, turn on some nice music, and go create something, build something with your hands.
Yeah.
And if you're still depressed, then go get some therapy.
Right. Like, I have a 3D printer, and all my prints have been shit. Well, I've made some Wolverine claws from one of my kids, and when it came out right, I'm like, fucking A, sanded it, started spray painting it. It made me feel, yeah, there you go. It made me feel like so much better.
Okay, any of you tourists? I know Vaughn knows what this is. Any of you comic book people know what this is?
Let me see. I don't know.
Vaughn, you know, right?
I'm looking away. Hold on 1 second. I was looking at another tab. Let me see this.
You know what that is, right?
Hold on. I don't know if I do.
Printed it. I didn't do the model. I found the model.
I don't know if I do.
That's the ultimate nullifier.
What's
Santa Jet. That's
what
what I used. That's what Johnny Storm recovered from the what?
Now.
I don't know. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, when it came out right, I was ecstatic. Like, my mood climbed. I sanded it. My mood went even higher. I spray painted it silver. I'm about to seal it as soon as the show's done. And it just, the idea I'm about to finish creating something is just making me feel.
Yeah, there was like a little bit where I was going through something, and I was like, you know what, man, this is like, because I couldn't focus on writing so I had to address, what I was doing. And then once you do that, because sometimes you do put off addressing the deeper issues. That's one of the things I want to get to.
Yeah, that's normal.
And that's why I think sometimes you do need to just stop, because if you just, after a certain point, thinking about it just hurts and it doesn't do anything. But sometimes you do need to take a moment, address the issue. Now I can work.
Right. And then Vaughn came out, and it was very stunning and brave, and we're very proud of you.
Yeah, thank you. That was what I was getting to. That was actually the whole point of this show. Thank you.
Yeah. Because
you spoiled it. You spoiled it though. Like,
his comic was originally
this would have been me. You outed me against my will, and tonight was my big coming out night.
His comic book is now going to be called Female Manova.
Oh, that's what I'm coming out as? Oh, okay.
My wife, somebody walked into our backyard like last year or 2 years ago, and my wife was like, somebody's in the backyard. And I'm like, no, we're not. So turns out there was some teenagers that used to use our backyard because the fence was all broken to just cut through the neighborhood as a shortcut. But, we live here now, the old timer that lived here. So I was like, okay, my wife got scared. I went down to Home Depot and I repaired the fence and I made gates. I spent the whole week. Oh man, you feel so good. You know what I mean? I'm taking pictures of a gate with on the hinges and everything like that, showing it to my brothers and my friends. But that was better for my mental health than therapy. I know you guys like, okay, boomer, but go out and build something, go out and fix something. You know what I mean? Change your oil. Go.
No, you're true. That's it.
Hang a TV, for instance.
Hang a TV. Don't live like a ghetto guy. Just hang a TV.
No, like that's kind of what I was trying to say. It's kind of what I was trying to say earlier. Basically, unless you want to take the harsh road, the more nicer route, which is being like, as a man, we like to be creative. We think about creative things all the time. Try to, when you put your mind on something that you love and you want to get accomplished, your depression, or if you're sad, I would say you're mostly just sad. It's gonna be off of that because your mind is being put on something creative. Yeah,
but sometimes if it's getting in between that, because when you're writing, you have to be in tune with.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and the thing about that you said is also
I'm in agreement.
Like if you can't get past it because there's a deeper issue, once you get past that deeper issue, like you said, then you might be able to create something, or you might be able to fix the problem too. So I'm not saying each way is wrong. It's just different strokes for different folks. So I would say. Toasty, what's up? If you hit me up later on, we can have some fun, like we always do. I'm just kidding, people. I'm literally just kidding.
Toasty with the mosty.
How you doing, Toasty? Hope you're having a good night.
So this show has been ending.
Probably
for
was till
30
now.
goddamn minutes.
Yeah.
You see,
just the start of it.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. When was the last message I said? We're at like 3 minutes left. So I was gonna start outros now. Because I gotta get away from these cloud chasing fucks. God damn.
That's the point of going on shows, is to promote. Yeah.
Yes. Hanging in there. You always have me, your big, hot, sexy, rich black friend.
Again, it's
none
always
of those things are true.
It's basically we're hanging out with Jamie Foxx. It's like no different.
Exactly. Right? Or Idris Elba. They call me Idris Elba's son.
Idris Elba.
Nobody's ever said that. Yeah. It's the closest.
Vaughn, we have another 15 minutes left. No, we don't. We'll start with Gray. Outro. What you got planned coming up beside trying to chase my clout?
Yeah, probably something. Videos, they're coming. I just that iron, it has to be really, really cold for me to strike. But that Acolyte video, it's coming out soon. Any day now. But until then, if you just can't get enough of me, every Thursday on That Darn Kidda's channel, join the Thinkers. It's people from like 3 different continents talking about everything and disagreeing, but in a somewhat peaceful way. Last week, we got somewhat contentious over the concept of anime. I think this time it's sequels, reboots, whatever is it. Just a bitter money grab. So yeah, if that interests you, come on over to That Darn Kidda's YouTube channel for the Thinkers every Thursday morning. That's about all I got going on. What about you, Darnell? What you got going on?
I'll be I actually found some information out. Mr. Burger's trivia will not be Wednesdays. We're gonna move it to Tuesdays when him and Iron do the pitch. We're gonna slap it on to the end of the show. So like next Tuesday there'll be the pitch, and then about 40 minutes in it'll switch to the trivia for that. So I'll be hosting trivia for Mr. Burger on the pitch. I'll be here for Top G's tomorrow night. Let's see, Friday probably with MSK, and then I think this weekend I'm actually gonna be out of town for the weekend. But Sham Records is the link for my AI generated music. It actually does take a little bit of talent to make these songs, but took a few months off. I'm starting to work on some music again. So yeah, Vaughn.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, the pitch I'm excited for. I don't know if because I'm not a co-host, but I'm a regular.
Yeah.
Which, doesn't that make me? I don't know. I guess not, because it's not my channel. So I'm just
you're a catcher, not a pitcher.
I didn't know you were a regular, Darnell. Are you a regular?
On the pitch, no. Actually, I'm a regular with MSK shows.
Okay.
I'm on occasionally.
It's first time meeting you. All right.
We've talked in chat before.
Okay.
In the Rogues chat.
So it is a good weekend coming up, because this is the final weekend for you to be able to back Phenomenova issue 1 on both Indiegogo and Fund My Comic. And the closeout party will be on my channel. So I'm hoping to have like as many people as I can, make it a whole big celebration as we close out. We're trying to get 20K so we can unlock the final trading card, but we are a bit of a distance from it. So will everyone come through? Let's figure it out.
This is Friday?
This is on Sunday.
Okay.
So check out my channel, my comic book is Phenomenova issue 1. It's on Fund My Comic. It's on Indiegogo. It was on Kickstarter. And also make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's just my name, Vaughn Coleman, if you haven't already, because that is where the party will be held, and that is where I'll make some good content. I've been putting off, because I did promise people I'm gonna watch my garbage old videos. So I am going to have to do that, because I've already
really good. He's 6 months old in his first video.
It's pretty bad. Like, honestly, you're not that far off. I mean, no, you are far, but I would say it's at a more embarrassing time.
Change his diaper, and he says,
no, because that's not that embarrassing, because I was helpless. I was in control at this time in my videos, which makes it worse. It was probably 5th grade. Anyway, yeah, we'll go through that. It's one of those streams. Maybe tomorrow. Do I want to do that tomorrow? Give people a reason not to back me? Could be fun. Yeah, that's what I got going on. No, I can't tomorrow. I forgot.
So tomorrow at 7 o'clock on John's Long Box Eastern Standard Time, I got Tom DeFalco. We're gonna come on.
Nuts.
And then at 8:30, I got Comic Book Team Up, and it's gonna be RJ from the Fourth Age and Fabrizio Aiello and I talking about comics. Friday, I'm gonna do another conversation. My conversations are just one-on-one with other comic book creators. I don't know. I forget who it's gonna be. But at 8 o'clock, I have It's Clobbering Time, where we take 2 comic book characters and discuss who would win in a fight. So it's going to be Captain Marvel, Shazam versus Beta Ray Bill. And then I'm hoping after that, I'm going to do a launch party everybody invited. Vaughn, MSK, you guys come on down to do my Indiegogo, where I'm gonna have heroic tales
on Friday.
On
this
Indiegogo.
Friday. Oh, I would if I was. I'm going to see a concert. Otherwise, I would.
And it's gonna have my my last variant cover drawn by Mike Gustovich.
Nice.
Damn,
that's awesome.
That's what I got planned for this week. And it's funny, Mr. Berger asked, I'm going to be part of the pitch at some point. But whenever I saw Mr. Berger, I thought it was an ad. I didn't know he was a real chat. I've been like, see less off, left off. You know what I mean? Like, and then I saw Matt Barr went on him and was like, hey, I'm going on Mr. Berger. I'm like, is he a real thing? I thought he was like an ad.
No, he's real. Yeah, because I wondered that too. Yeah, no, he's real.
Yeah, so we talked. So that's what I got going on this week. And I might do what I call Comics Great, is where I just talk about a series of great comics, and that's open invite. Anybody could come out. Like,
ooh, I didn't know that.
Right, yeah, I started doing it just because I'm out of work and I get bored. So it's like, it's 11 o'clock at night. There's nobody else streaming. I was getting like hundreds of people just talking positively about comics. We've been talking about the Elementals, a series that super important to comic book history and nobody remembers because of legit reasons, because of shenanigans, and the rights were sold out under Bill Willingham. So I might continue with the Elementals for Comics Great this week. That'll probably be Thursday night. So that's everything that's going on with me. And I might be getting a box of andouille sausages in the mail from Louisiana.
Oh, not might. You will,
no, Perez never might.
You will.
As you guys know, Comic Channel will have content on it very, very soon. And as you guys know, for this channel, I'm going to be putting out consistent content on it as well. I did the Concord video today, but there's one more video I want you guys to see before that one. But the content is done. I just have to basically edit it and put it out. New episodes of the Cloud9 podcast are going to be uploaded on Rumble, obviously. I'm starting season 4. And then I'm putting out new episodes of both the Iron Man podcast and Cloud9 podcast on the podcasting platform. So if you can't watch live, you can listen to either show on your favorite podcasting platform of your choice. You can play it when you're at work, commuting back and forth, at the gym, when you're at home and you're laying down in your bed, and you can just turn it on your TV and you can just hear a bunch of dudes just talk and chill. It's kind of what I'm here for. I'm here to be your first or second monitor experience that you put on and you just listen to. That's my goal in life, to be someone's second monitor choice. That's my goal in life.
This has been a fun show, man. Thank you for
it's always
backers too. So thank you for backing my book also.
Anytime. I can't wait to get Tom King on the show because he's the greatest comic book writer of all time. He certainly knows how to write and do stuff.
Vaughn, I need to talk to you whenever the show ends.
Okay.
About your book.
Me?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So next show we have is Top G's, which is tomorrow. And then I got some other banger content coming for you guys. But yeah, hope you guys had a great weekend. Have a great week coming up. Thank you guys for checking out this episode of the Iron Man Podcast.